fan off.
Alexa,
I'm sorry
turn
for
his
yelling at
fan
you.
back on. Oh, you got headphones, haven't you? Shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Is everyone ready?
Yes.
Let me get the Legends of the Barovia. No. Session 20. Cool. All right. Let me make sure this starts. Okay, last session was a pretty big one. After going a little bit further into the Valaki political battle that had been unraveling, you guys had spent the night over the last few sessions. It's all been one day, strangely enough, but you guys had spent the last couple hours unraveling the Burgomaster's home as well as the Walker house. As initially you guys had gone to the Burgomaster's home, and that is when Udo was freed and it was lit on fire by our trusty rogue fighter. That is then when you guys wanted to go to Lady Fiona, let her know that you guys had accomplished the task. In doing so, Iser learned of the cult's true nature. That is when battle broke out. After the fact, Raven, while exploring upstairs, came across a feral cat, which turned out to be a young woman, daughter of the Burgomaster, or not the Burgomaster, Lady Walker, as well as a body that seemed to be in the same condition that you guys had put Udo in the few hours prior, laying in bed. So after doing that, Iser and Teocles had developed a plan to light the whole place on fire, bring it down, and in doing so, the party now kind of had reconvened with Icarus hearing strange kind of ringing and chanting, people screaming outside. So he ran off to see what it was, and it was the Burgomaster's home, many of the village people trying to put out the fire, but Isaac had disappeared. He seemed to be off as the footsteps were trailing away off in the direction that the rest of the party was. So following them, as the rest of the party made their way out of the home, it ended up in a confrontation as the man that you had been following around, the right-hand man of the Burgomaster, finally had been taken out in a non-lethally way. As you guys decided to, I believe, cover him in wolf pelts and the cultist mask as your attempt to get him out. But before combat broke out, Raven ran off to the Blue Water Inn because that was what the plan was. And Teocles convinced Stella, the young daughter, to stay with the husband behind the home until they could return. And that is about where session ended, where the commotion had brought up some villagers to the site of what had been going on, and through Inz's handiwork as well as some gold, he managed to pay off them, and it seemed to be complacent. And that is where we come together.
And it's been the player that has spent the most gold.
Well, he's quite the salesman. That's funny.
I'm spending. You're not a salesman if you spend.
You gotta spend money to make money. What would you guys like to do?
We are heading, don't know where yet.
Oh, we definitely know. I would say, let's get out of here and not be in front of this burning house. I mean, we picked up Isaac, and we probably should head towards the place where we.
Yeah, I forgot to draw the line, but I think you guys had configured something that would have gotten you back through like that way, correct?
I don't have vision on this man.
Oh, my
Neither do
mistake,
I.
everyone.
Yeah, me
It's
neither.
all good.
Okay, I'm gonna need you guys to use some theater of the mind for this then.
I see it
But
now. I
There
see it
you
now.
go.
There we
Okay.
go.
Whoa! Look at this. It's
Oh,
what it's different now.
Nice.
Yeah, I found this map while doing like everything I was doing. I thought it looked incredible.
My line is no longer accurate, unfortunately.
Well, that was the line I drew, so please
Oh,
redo
okay.
your line. That was the one I was just saying there should have been.
Isn't
yeah.
this the house? This larger one?
No.
Oh.
It's
It's
I-
this one?
Where is the blue water in?
Because this is where the garden would be, where you
Ah!
Mm,
Okay.
Here's the Dane.
There might be a
Hey!
little bit of discrepancies. I'm sorry, Raven. But
Ah! Oh, I would have gone like
Are we going into
this
the
to get
inn
there.
with Isaac's body? I mean,
Hmm.
he's unconscious, he's not dead yet. We could say that he's a friend that passed out.
I'd say so. We gotta get off the streets.
yeah, and I will say, as you guys are standing there, you notice that kind of more people are coming up.
Let's just move.
I will do no strength work because I am old and decrepit, so I'll just start walking off.
Okay.
Do you want to help carry him, Keithley?
Yeah, I'll help.
Okay. Give me a athletics check from both of you.
Is he that heavy?
I'm getting the group token.
What happened?
I press C while in this view, and I get the group
Oh.
token instead.
Oh yeah, you guys. He is big and heavy, but it doesn't seem like overweightness. It's definitely more built, kind of muscle. But you guys are able to lift him together.
That's
And I'd say with the two of you, there wouldn't be any penalties to movement like there would be if you were carrying somebody just single.
good.
We can kind of drag him though, right? Like between us,
Yeah, you guys could do that
Yeah.
as well. Yeah.
drag his feet in the ground.
There's a giant token here.
Oh, what?
Only for me? Oh, no, never mind.
Everything good?
Yes.
Okay.
Was just when I hovered over the token,
Oh, yeah, that's.
it
Okay, I'm
appeared in the
sorry.
middle
I
of.
understand. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, off we go.
Okay.
Is it going to be more obvious if we drag him behind other houses rather than just walking him down the street? Since we're
You-
pretending like he's drunk?
You can tell that those initial people did come out, but there's more coming out as well. And you see that up the street. Icarus would be the first to see this. This seems to be some guards that are coming up towards the home.
Okay,
So
probably
there
one of our
definitely
bodyguards
would be, yeah, it'd be pretty obvious coming on the main street, but on the backside, given how late it is, it would probably give you a better chance of staying hidden
I
and
vote-
inconspicuous.
I vote for going off the streets.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Is that what you were asking?
Yeah, I was just
Okay.
thinking, if how much worse is it going to be if we're pretending he's our friend that's passed out, if we're just walking him down the street or carrying, dragging an unconscious man into someone's backyard? Like, that seems a little more suspicious to me.
I would say that given how upend and kind of on edge the guards are, they would
Mhm.
find it odd that you would be bringing a drunk friend back towards the bar rather than away from it.
Hmm.
Well, other than that's where we're staying, right?
Well, yeah,
That's
but
where
then-
our rooms are.
No,
I
yeah,
guess-
but where did you get drunk?
At the Blackwater, blah blah. No, the Black Tavern.
The Blackwater is.
I'm just saying
Where-
that that's probably where the guards train at Thaw would go. You would definitely have a better chance going on the back end. Is basically
Okay.
Yeah, so as long as we get to here, we're kind of good with this.
Yeah. Okay. That works then.
Okay.
Okay.
As you guys are heading along, make me a stealth check, a group roll.
Group.
Everyone roll, yeah.
Yes. Except Raven, because they are gone currently. And they might be the reason for that. Not bad with disadvantage, guys, honestly.
Yeah.
As you guys are making your way along the back, you notice that looking out through one of the windows, somebody kind of noticing you guys, but it seemed to be the one that was standing over you guys a couple minutes prior. So they kind of look the other way as you guys make your way past. And you're able to continue onward before arriving. This backside would be more so kind of where the stables were, where Keoklee had been the morning of, well, the previous morning. But that would lead there. There is a way that leads into the bar from there. You would see, unless you guys wanted to drag them around to the front.
Any more guards around?
There seems to be a couple that are kind of patrolling in this middle area of the inn itself and kind of this main street, but they don't seem to be in the inn itself.
Where is the stables that is close to the bar or the inn? With the
Isn't
forest?
it this one?
They're with the inn itself. It's like attached on the backside,
Ah,
essentially.
Okay. I will go ahead and go ahead of the rest of the party to catch the guards' attention for the others to pass by without being noticed, and I'm like approaching the guards, being like trying them to notice me as much as possible.
Okay. They're immediately gonna come over to you. What is a commotion?
No, good evening. There is no commotion. I'm just new in town and was wondering what time does the festival starts tomorrow?
Midday.
Exactly at midday. That's awesome because it's the festival of the sun, isn't it?
Yes.
Is there something that I have to bring to the festival or just my smile?
Yourself, yes, a smile. Why are you on the streets this late?
I was just out of friends having a book party. But very excited for tomorrow's festival. Are you?
Of course. Roll me a persuasion. Or
Alright.
deception. Deception, I mean.
Deception,
Well,
alright.
you kind of were at a book party, but...
Yeah, it's not wrong. He did point them
Yeah.
straight to the book party house.
Yeah, that's true. Either one.
Okay, deception or...
We definitely want
Yeah,
your share of deception. Ooh.
Ooh.
That's
Are
still
you
a chance.
feeling okay?
just had a couple of drinks on me, but I shall be heading to the inn where I will be staying
That's
tonight.
probably a good idea. As
You
they
have-
head onwards.
I hope that was enough time for you guys to walk over to the inn.
I love to imagine that they just watched that all. They didn't even try getting the body. But yeah, that would have been enough time for them to, if they chose to.
Yeah, definitely
Nice.
trying to avoid as many guards as possible.
Okay. So going in through the stables.
I think. Well, where is Icarus with the guards?
We moved the table as well, so are we? How far do we
Oh
get?
yeah, my mistake.
Let's try to get there first.
My bad. Here, let me just. Here, now you guys should be able to move it. Trying to get my map to load. You can
So the
now
thing
switch
with the
scenes
guards
until
was
resources finish
here?
loading.
Or in here.
I would say it happened more so in front of the bar itself.
Oh, so the rest of the party was like here or something.
Why do we need
Yeah,
to
because
take
they
them
were
on? Oh yeah, we want to go end up there.
they were headed up this path. It seemed.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess just as soon as they all start to move away, then we'll bring him inside as quickly as possible.
Okay. Yeah, as you guys pull him through, it leads to kind of a little storage area. That's where the door itself leads. But there is a stairwell that leads up further into the stables.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I thought we were taking him into the inn. but we're gonna
Is that what
just
you guys
take
are
him to
doing?
the
Oh, my
stables.
mistake. Well, I
No, no,
thought
I
the
just
plan
I
was
just
to
wondered
drag
if there
him.
was like there was a back door into
Yeah,
the
I
inn.
thought
We
that's
went
what I
through
thought
the
you guys were doing.
stables instead.
I would say the stables is safer because Isaac
Or you guys
can
can go through the front. Either one.
scream and call for help when he wakes up. So
Yeah,
at the
honestly,
stables is safer.
that might not be a bad idea, is to take him into the stables so that he's not. It might be easier to secure him there, and then if he makes noise, it's maybe not as obvious.
Looking at the image of the inn, that is what the Blue Water Inn should be. It's like a 2-story square building, basically. So you guys going in through the back?
Yeah,
Yeah.
preferably.
Yeah.
Okay. The reason I asked though is because just like Keoklee had seen the day prior, as you get there, you hear the birds kind of just squelching, cawing, and on closer inspection, you notice that there's still a dozen of them kind of perched up there. If you try to open the door, it leads just into like a basic storage area for tending to the stables, but there's a ladder that leads up kind of to the second floor of the stables. But none of the doors in here kind of lead into the inn. There's a door that is kind of adjacent to the inn that would help you get in.
But not directly.
There is a door that's kind of near the stables that you can smell kind of garlic, cooking utensils being done. As you can tell that's kind of where the kitchen is. So you could drag him in through the kitchen if you're trying to go in through the back. Or
I'd say stay at the stables.
okay.
When going in, I'm going to be peeking out the windows and checking if there's anyone with the intention of coming in.
So this is basically what you guys are seeing currently once it loads.
I will whisper at the ravens nevermore.
Nevermore. Okay. Does not seem to do anything.
Is the horse still here?
Yeah, the horse is still here.
Are we taking him in upstairs, or are we interrogating him
I would say
at
that
the base floor?
it will be tough questioning him in either way, because if we're going to question him, he cannot be gagged, and if he's not gagged, he can scream. So somehow we need to keep him calm, or we have a few questions for him. But we'd rather have him scream while in the stables or in our room.
We can gag him and then talk to him mentally as I pet my pseudo dragon. Oh, he's dead. Never mind. Never mind.
You can still pet him if he's dead.
Now he turned into ashes.
You can pet the ashes.
I pet the ashes.
Oh.
What do you think, Keoklee? Is our best course of action?
And as you guys are deciding that, Raven, what are you doing as you get to the inn?
They'd get to the inn and then they would probably not want to hang
through the
around the
front?
bar area because it seems suspicious. So they'd order some food and then take it up to their room, and then they'd be looking out the window of their room, just wondering where the others are. Because at this point, you know, they don't run as fast, but they should definitely have been here a bit ago.
Okay.
Can you transform into one of your smaller creatures right now?
Not today. I would need a rest.
So one of us shall go get Raven.
Yeah, I'm pretty much expended at this point. I have a little bit of magic left, but not much.
I would say don't use it while we are near people. And
Right.
I will go get Raven. You guys get these guys set up for interrogation as I walk off into the inn.
Okay.
Picking him up and starting to drag him inside the stables.
Okay. As you get into the inn, it's pretty dead, Icarus. Many of the people are either that are at the bar. There's one or two that seem to have been there for hours. They're very drunk. They're telling tales. They seem to be paying no attention to the commotion that they're hearing outside. Danica's still at the bar, but other than that, there's not anyone that's in the bar.
If I try to eavesdrop the tales they're telling, is it something interesting or just bullshit?
It sounds like two friends that are just bullshitting with one another.
All right. Is Raven at the bar or in their room?
You said you're in your room, correct?
So I'll
Yeah.
go upstairs and knock at the door.
Raven opens the door, sees you, but doesn't see anyone else, and looks a little bit worried. Where are the others?
I barely escaped. We have to flee town.
Oh God!
I'm just
Is
messing with
it-
you.
Oh,
We are at this table.
oh God. Okay.
We managed to capture the right hand of the burgomaster, and we are setting him for interrogation. You should be
What
there.
do you mean you managed to capture Isaac?
Wasn't as tough as we initially thought.
That guy's like 11 feet tall. How
Really?
How are you even containing him?
Really, guys?
Every session.
I
Yeah.
clearly missed something.
How have you fit him in the stable?
He was just one. We were four. We had the upper hand. So
Did anyone see? Because magic and all that stuff was illegal in town, and it was a burning building.
a couple of persons walked by, but ants managed to buy their silence.
Okay. Okay. I mean, do you need anything from the room, or should we just go straight to the stable?
Do we have anything in the room that we can show Isaac? Or I guess if we have anything, we would have them on our inventory. So, yeah, let's just.
Don't know about you, but I got a couple of clubs in storage.
Oh, yeah, those.
Oh, go get the dress.
Yeah, that'll make him talk.
Well, you got a good thing, right? Right. So I don't even know if you know that.
Yeah, I mean, if we need him to talk, we've got this.
Mhm.
That's not what I meant, man.
Oh, well, what were you thinking of?
You got the one to read his thoughts. You can even probe his mind, so he actually doesn't need to do anything at all. You can just burn through the charges of the mind thingamajig.
Oh shit, true. I always forget.
Yeah, we've
exists.
never actually used it for much. I think.
No, I just
Great
bought it because
tool.
Ludwig didn't want it.
It's a great
Yeah.
tool for interrogation because we actually don't need him to talk. We can just dig into his mind as we ask questions.
I got a net in case that helps.
I mean, yeah, you may as well put him in a net because that guy's gonna wake up and he's just gonna like pick Ezer up, rip him in half, and then leave a right-hand man-shaped hole in the barn as he just walks through the door instead of opening it.
And leave a perfectly cut shape of him.
Yeah, that's what I fear.
There's a lot I could do with rest, but nothing that I can do tonight to help anything.
Okay, yes, Raven and I are gonna join the rest of the party at the stables.
Okay. All right.
Should we have rented one of the stables? Just because tomorrow morning a traveler could come through and be like, oh, I'll take 2 of your stables, and then goes to put a horse in it, and we've got this guy in one.
I don't think by tomorrow morning Isaac will be alive.
Okay.
You're saying that to Raven while you're with Raven, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So you guys make it back, no problem. How do you guys tie him up? Did you guys go up a level, or are you guys just taking him in one of these back rooms?
There's a second level
Yeah,
of the
that-
stables.
While I was.
Yeah, there's a second level. Yeah, that's what
think
I
you
was
should
trying
go
to
up.
indicate with
Yeah.
this ladder.
Yeah, while I
Okay.
was getting Raven, I would say that's up to Kiakli and Isor to decide.
So you guys bringing him upstairs?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, sorry. All right, so you guys get him upstairs. And this is kind of, you feel even closer to these ravens now. In the loft above the stairs, hay is stored in large mounds, filling the space with this kind of sweet, earthy aroma. There seems to be a large group of ravens just kind of sitting in the back. They've definitely made it their home.
They
There's
look
dozens
so
watching you.
disappointed in us. Look at their face.
I know there's only 3 tokens, but envision that there are more.
Hmm.
Those 3 tokens are actually 3 swarms.
There you go.
That was called a murder, yeah?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Like a group of ravens.
like a gaggle of geese.
Yeah.
Is the
I
same
will say, while you're up there, though, everyone roll me a perception check.
perception.
Oh,
Nobody else seems to notice this, but the thief in you was awoken a day or two
Right.
prior, and you notice a chest that seems to be hidden under the hay, but it's not like finding a needle in the haystack, because you see the outline of this box kind of haphazardly thrown under this hay.
whilst everyone, I assume 2 people are going to drag Isaac, if that's how it's meant to be said, somewhere, and then Icarus is probably still lingering near me. I'm going to elbow Icarus and be like, hey, look, a chest. And then I'm going to go over and start brushing the hay off the chest. But I'm going to be looking at the ravens to see if they're disapproving of what I'm doing.
I'm just gonna tell myself I'm proud of that guy.
As they look to you,
My creation.
you see like 4 of these ravens, and then more, and kind of 2 of these flocks now just kind of all perch and look at you. Like they definitely seem to be watching this chest.
I like put my hand on the chest, still facing and looking at the ravens. Like, is this? Am I meant to open this? Or is this your guys' stuff?
And they just, you hear the cacophony of
I don't speak raven or crow
well,
or
you-
jackdaw or whatever you.
Well, you do.
roll me
You actually do.
an animal handling check.
Do I? I don't.
You can just burn what I just
he
said,
does
burn
not.
the necklace and read their mind, if they have a mind.
You get the same sense of almost at the windmill when that raven was almost beckoning you guys not to proceed. That's kind of what these ravens are doing with this chest.
Okay, so this is your stuff. It's not to be interfered with.
Yeah.
Just-
As they
just a-
kind of
Just a little
continue
bit.
to do it.
I'll take my hand off and see if they shush.
They seem to shush. Some of them are still looking at you, though, wondering if it was just a ruse.
Cross my
Shall we
arms.
wait?
Look at the presumable and inevitable torture of Isaac when he wakes up.
Shall we wait till he wakes up or wake him up somehow?
Have you got like I saw a trough downstairs. We could scoop some water out of that into a cup and just splatter him with it.
I would probably tie him up because
Oh,
we
slapping.
probably drag him through this streets not being tied up, right? That would have been kind of.
Icarus has a net. Net him.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna use my net on him.
That
All right.
works.
What else we got? I have nothing that can help this.
Do you want to put something on his mouth?
Yeah. I have 100 foot of rope, I think.
I don't know if his mouth is that big.
If only you had Ludwig. He had 1,000 feet of vine.
What else do I have? I also have 50 feet of rope. So yeah, we have like enough stuff to. Oh.
We got the BDSM mask. Yeah, that's right.
I like how Raven made that an item, but it's okay enough that I'm like, all right, I'll allow it.
What is the BDS mask?
Don't.
It's what we
Google it.
bought from the leather shop by accident.
Ah, okay.
What I like is that if Raven ever puts it on and we ever deal damage to things, I get to ask Bo and he has to give a canonical answer as to whether or not something's a
Is
gimp.
somebody a gimp? Yeah. As you strike into this thing, it seems to do twice as much power. All right. He still seems to be knocked out. He's definitely bleeding kind of profusely. You guys did a number on him.
You want me to
Did
stabilize
anyone
this guy?
stabilize him after?
I would say it's a good idea. We don't want him to bleed out.
Okay, I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna try and do some first aid, a little bit of bandaging, a little bit of
Okay.
applying pressure to the wounds, just make sure he doesn't die on us.
I would get some water to toss him on his face, but I'm tired and my back hurts as I'm gonna just sit down wherever I can. If one of you younger people can go and do that.
I would say, yeah, you'd definitely be able to. But do you know you guys know who Desmond Doss is? That's kind of what Raven reminds me of. From them Hacksaw Ridge that came out a few years ago. He's a pacifist, but he's all about healing. That's kind of what Ravens like sometimes when they don't want to attack.
Yes, I remember now. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like a movie about the war, and he started healing everyone, ally or enemy.
Well, what is this song? This is fucking wild. Okay.
No,
anyway,
this is
yeah.
good. This is tense.
Not
We don't know if he's going to live
Yeah,
or
I
die.
like it. Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, I'm saying, what is it? Because that's what these music packs get you.
It says it's called Underscore.
Yeah, I've hidden the names because sometimes I don't want you guys to see the names.
You bitch.
But yeah, he's not bleeding anymore. His wounds seem to be bandaged up thanks to Raven's handiwork.
All right, what's our plan of action? Who's going to be like good guard? Who's going to be bad guard? Who's going to be, standing watch at the front door? Ends, you stand watch at the front door.
I already said well, I'm sitting down, but I'm also trying to pick out the windows, making sure nobody's coming in.
I'm gonna send a screenshot in general, kind of more so how this upstairs area looks. It's not really a door; it's more of a platform with a square shape in the center that you guys are kind of resting upon. I'm gonna send it to general chat real quick.
Yeah, I
This
believe.
is kind of where you guys
Oh my
are.
God, that's so many fucking birds.
So it's just like the hayloft above, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
And how are we silencing him? Have we gagged him or anything yet?
Not
I
yet.
believe all you guys have done currently is bring him upstairs, not bind up his wounds, but close them up, bandage them up, and now you guys are just deciding how to proceed further. But nothing's
chucked a
been
net
done
on
with
him.
his mouth, and a net. Yep.
Let's,
Yeah, I believe between Isor and I, well, we didn't say we were gonna do it, but I thought just mentioning it was like enough to say we put a rope around his mouth.
Is that what you guys are doing? All right.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'd say you guys have no problem getting all your prep. He has no resistance right now. The only thing that kind of seems to be eyeing you in any judgmental way at all are these ravens themselves that have not locked eye contact with you guys since you came up here. But you guys get him all set up. You guys just tying him to like a post or something. That's kind of what I've been envisioning. It's kind of like upright around a post.
Well, that would
Yeah.
be
A really good plan.
Okay, yeah, no issues there.
nice.
Yes, he still seems to be unconscious.
I'll be looking at the window.
Okay. Would anyone like to do anything?
Yeah, I would like to go up to him and put some lay on hands on him.
Okay.
You want to randomize the number out of the charges, or you just
No. I mean, I'll even say it's more thematic. Yeah, I'm not gonna make you waste charge for it, but he kind of comes to life as he kind of seems like he's going to swing at you, but he's still unconscious. As what do you want with me?
He cannot talk. He's
That's what he
Doesn't
would
roll.
say. Okay, that's what you put in your. Yeah. Oh, yeah, there you go. Thank you, Raven. Okay, now you
Second
guys
he
got him.
comes conscious, Raven flinches and nearly falls into the lower area of the loft, but catches like the ladder or something. They are so glad that they have their little wolf mask thing as a divide between this guy knowing who they are, because he is terrifying.
All right.
You're doing the bad cop, good cop. We already know who the bad cop is, anyways. But
bad cop.
yeah, Eakley, Raven, do you want to be good cop?
Well, I can.
I think Keiklei's a bad cop, kind of insect crawling type gal.
Yeah,
I think me and Ezel will make the good cop.
Infestation, chill touch, primal savagery as claws, spring from my fingers. Yeah, I think I'm bad cop.
You
two
go right
be the
ahead,
good
Raven.
Hickley and I will be the bad cops.
And I will stand by the box, and if he actually is able to somehow get the gag out, I'm just gonna move a step closer with my hand on the chest so that all the birds will make a loud noise at the same time.
Okay. They're definitely providing some sort of buffer. Let me see if I have a sound for that. That'd be nice.
I would probably figure I wouldn't stand to the start to do the whatever it's called at cross
Coin.
Because I don't want people to get alerted up here. But if he's starting to gag out,
you can see you get the way you guys. Well, first of all, what kind of check would you guys say for tying somebody up to see if it's good or not? Because that'll determine if he was even good enough to get out. Because you guys, all 5 of you ganging up on him, he'd have a pretty hard time getting out, depending on how well you guys did it.
I believe it's sleight of hand for tying knots with rope.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
That makes sense.
And someone would do that with advantage, because there's like 3 people that were tying him when it was done.
Works for me. If somebody wants to roll that.
quickly,
My sleight of hand is kind of bad.
I hand you my rope.
can sleight of hand.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll see. Which one is advantage?
Left
Control?
alt.
Oh, I did the wrong one then.
That's fine. I mean, we'll use the higher
So
of the
it's
two.
the other one.
Okay.
Not much
It's
better.
a 9, not an
No,
8.
Just
not
a
much
9
better.
instead.
He will try to break free because he feels.
Would he have disadvantage on breaking free
He
because he's
will have
netted?
disadvantage, yeah. And we'll do contested athletics against the rope that's around him. If Iser or
Did you
somebody
pick
else
the
wants
correct
to roll.
rope?
Oh!
I mean, what I just rolled for him to see if he'd break free. So now I need somebody to roll athletics.
Somebody?
Someone grab him!
Two people to
He's
roll,
out.
or one person to help.
Because rope has
To see if
2
he's
hit
able to
points and
break
can be
free.
burst with a DC 17 strength check. Is what my silver.
Well, he
rope
was not able to break it with 15, unfortunately.
Oh, that's good then. But do we still need to hold him down?
Yeah, I would say so. Just because.
I mean, thematically, it would look like we need to hold him down. Because as soon as he comes to, he like flexes and the rope like frays but keeps him held. But like he can just do that at any moment again.
He's pretty capable individual. Damn, I've always got some Chris. Okay. So yeah, Iser and Icarus. Either each of you roll in athletics or group. Like help.
You with advantage.
Come on, you're so much better at strength. Come on, Icarus.
Sure, I have a
This
-1.
man with his +5. Okay. Yeah, you're able to keep him there. But he's still fighting.
Raven will look to him, swallow their fear for a moment, take half a step forward. We want you to answer some questions, and if you do everything that we ask and you answer all of our questions and you don't lie to us, then we'll let you walk away and you'll get a chance to stay alive after tonight. Do you understand?
Roll me a persuasion. We'll see if he even thinks you're being truthful.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Expertise, man.
Well, I'm not even
Nice.
gonna
Double
make
eight
him
on the
roll.
expertise were pretty high.
Nice.
Yeah.
Without looking at everyone else, it's kind of thrown nets at him, tied him up, gagged him. He kind of gives you this look like, okay, I understand what you're saying. And that's the look he gives Raven.
Raven will produce one of the creepy dolls from Blinksy's store, not the same as the ones that he's ordering, but made in the same fashion.
Okay.
Why are you getting dolls made of a young woman?
And his face is. We kind of see him. He just doesn't want to pay any attention to it. He's kind of trying to avoid it. You see, as he's gagged still.
He's trying to avoid answering the question or looking at the doll.
Looking at the doll.
Raven will throw it to the other hand where he's avoiding looking and shake a little bit. Why are you going to Blinkski's and repeatedly ordering dolls of the same woman? What are they for, and why are you making them?
He's kind of looked down at his lips. He's still gagged.
Iser, do something.
You want me to remove the gag?
I'm looking at the window.
I don't have mage hand, but
I will
can
remove the gag with
I
my
use the skeletal hand of my chill touch to remove the gag? Just to like try and scare him a little bit.
like an attack to the rope.
And I don't want to attack the rope because that'll
No, it's just
do
a
it.
magic hand just pulling
Yeah,
the thing
because
out.
Yeah,
if I
would allow
cast
you to
chill
do that.
touch, the skeletal hand stays clinging to the target.
Yeah.
So
I would let you do that.
okay.
Are you gonna cover his mouth open? Cover open the mage, or
I'll use the skeletal hand to like pull it out of his mouth, but it just kind of like sits there maybe on his shoulder, kind of like thing style. And if he like tries to, if you'll allow me this much freedom with it, if he tries to like scream or cry out, or if we don't like the answer that he gives, then I'll try to cover his mouth with the hand.
Yeah, for that, when if and when that does come up, I will make you roll an attack for it to see if you are successfully able to do it, and I'll just
Sure thing.
have basically at the time you're constantly casting Chill Touch. I'll let
Sure,
you
it's a cantrip.
configure it for the time being.
Okay.
It is. Isn't
Thank you. It is, yeah.
Okay, yeah. He kind of, as this rope falls down, he goes to scream, looks at all of you, realizes it's futile, and just spits some blood at the ground. What do you want to know?
Shakes the Blinksy doll a second time. I want to know why you're making dolls of this young woman. Who is she? Why are you making dolls of her? What are they for?
It was a young girl that I met. I was young. I didn't have much in my life, much friends. It was the only woman in my life that was ever nice to me. I suppose I've not stopped thinking about her.
And I like mentally cross-reference that with what I know about Irina's story. Like, has she ever? 'Cause as far as I'm aware, I don't know if she's ever been to this village before.
As far as you guys have learned in game, you don't know anything about Irina outside of the fact that she's been bitten a couple times, and she's from the village of Barovia. She hasn't
Okay, can I
explained much more to you guys.
try to determine how honest his answer seems? Because it seems like a pretty decent answer.
Yeah, roll me an insight check.
Not bad.
Yeah, even with his face, he realizes that this is a dire situation. If anyone knows, maybe this is his chance to come clean, so he's definitely being truthful with you.
Okay, new line of questioning. Why do you work for the Burgomaster? Why are you so loyal to him?
He's he's the only man that was. He's been like a father to me when I was a young boy. And he kind of looks down at his arm the best way that he can. My arm was taken from me as well as my parents, and I found myself in the orphanage of Valaki. That is when I became angry. I lashed out. I was bigger than those around me. I was mad at the world, and I ended up taking the life of a small boy one day. And as is custom, I was taken to the burgomaster, the guards, and many in my position would have been hanged, or even worse, put in the stocks, put on display, made a mocking of. But Baron Vargas, he took me in. He accepted me as his boy in a way, and I owe my life to him. I owe him my loyalty. That is why.
Who took your arm when you were young?
It was my parents and I. We were headed to Lake Zarovich for a fishing trip many years ago, and we were attacked by some dire wolves, and I don't know, but in an attempt to seek some retribution when I got older, I sought out some dire wolves. I began to hunt them, and that is when something took me. I was captured, and that's when I gained this arm, and that is when I lost it. But that's the story on that. I didn't want this. I don't want to live like this. I'm a borderline mongrel. People look at me with disdain. I'm a freak.
Right now, like, he's got both arms, yeah? But one of them is
One of them
Looks
It's like
yeah.
triple size monster arm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you describe that arm again, please?
Oh shit, yeah. Let me
Yeah, so towering above buildings in the city.
give me one moment to pull it up here.
I was imagining it was like one of those demon arms from like Doom with like the three like clawed fingers.
I thought I had
Oh.
sent it earlier, but okay. This new appendage that you see, it seems to have barbed spines on the fingers, elongated fingers, long nails, kind of claw-like, and that's the same hand that this fire kind of came from. And I'll send a kind of a picture here of something that resembles it a little bit.
What fire
If
came from?
I examine,
So
The
you go
fire
ahead.
was summoned from that hand and shot out.
Oh, that's
yeah, the fire
Mhm.
where
Okay.
kind of
looking
normal
at
looking
the
actually, to be fair.
Well, I mean, you gotta be to be fair. That's AIR. Let me see how the. Let me send you the picture of how the book makes it look. Because the book makes him look way nastier than he is. Right?
if I take like a closer look to the arm, does it resembles to any demon creature or anything that I have studied or seen before?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Arcana. Hell yeah. Fuck,
Ooh.
what up with my rolls?
You don't. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Can I roll to see if I've experienced any creature like this while living in Barovia?
Sure. Roll me history.
3. Oh, so close.
I got one question in regards to this. It's would I know that this arm has anything to do with the demon locket that we picked up at the orphanage?
Roll me an Arcana check.
I mean, he was from the orphanage. It's demon arm, it's
Yeah,
demon locket.
and he
That's
killed
an
another child.
extremely.
So I oh, shit.
If only I got
You
that.
you would know that there's many types of demons. While this case does seem very similar to the one that you'd experienced at the orphanage, it's not necessarily unique. In the sense that it's happened before, so it's possible that it's another demon. They don't seem to be linked. What's everyone do? Kind of real quiet there.
Still going through the mind, at least going through the questions and things.
Okay.
Yeah, Raymond will continue on to the next question, which will be, where were you when you were taken by something that gave you a new arm? Do you remember how you escaped, what it was like inside?
I don't remember what it was like. I don't know if I fought my way out or what. I was there. It was near Lake Zarovich where I lost my parents, and something either came up behind me. Something happened. I was there. I found myself somewhere in a cave, some sort of cage. They put me on a table, strange tools, but out of glimpses, I don't remember much. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for everything. I
If I
didn't
pull
mean
out
for any of it to be like this.
if I pull out the demon locket and show him in front of it, does he have any reaction? Like I say, do you recognize this?
It's a locket. There are many like it. No.
If I put it closer to the demonic arm, does it do anything?
No.
Alright. I'll put it out.
What are you gonna do with me?
It depends on how well you keep answering our questions, okay? What were you doing outside Lady Wacht's house?
What do you think? The burgomaster's home was lit on fire? I was sent to investigate the reasoning.
Raven will do their best to feign surprise at that information.
Okay.
Who would
Roll me a
burn
performance
down
check.
the burgomaster's home?
I don't know. You seem to know something about it, though.
Listen, we know a lot about what happened at the Wachter house, but we don't know anything about any burgomaster's house.
The
Good luck.
burgomaster's.
I'm gonna
The
look at
burgomaster's.
it.
Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. Go ahead.
The burgomaster's first assumption when his house burned was that Wachter would be involved.
Of course it would be. They're rivals.
Well, they're rivals, but I'm sure he's got to have other enemies in town.
Are you asking that in game or like? Out
Yeah,
of game?
no, I was asked. Yeah,
Okay.
Keakley would speak up and ask that of him.
Of
Why
course.
would he assume?
Fiona and the Baron have been at crossroads for many years now. And something seems to be rising. I've heard word of things. I've kept my eye on things. And I think that with the festival coming up, something is boiling over.
I think that it's boiled and gone. Lady Wachter is dead. The burgomaster is dead. There is
No,
only.
the burgomaster's not dead.
The burgomaster is not dead.
Why would you say that in the middle of my interrogation? I'm gonna think
sorry.
about backhanding Keakley, but not
Okay,
have
no. Okay,
the power to follow through with it.
wait. Okay, that was not Keakley. That was Mia
Oh
telling Grass that the burgomaster was not dead.
no. It's a ploy. It's a play. We're gonna
Okay,
try
okay.
and get Isaac to be Vasilisi von Holtz's new, because this guy seems pretty legit. Actually, he seems completely fine.
Okay.
Starting to feel really bad for what we've done to him.
Okay, go ahead.
I think tensions have already boiled over. Lady Wachter is dead. The burgomaster is dead. Both manors lie in ashes. Someone new will be rising from those ashes and taking over Falaki, but we don't know who that will be. Do you?
You think you know all about Falaki. You've been here a couple days.
Oh, I know
After this
nothing
year,
about
I've watched
Falaki.
it. You think that the burgomaster, which I don't believe he's dead, and that Fiona and her house is all that remains of the cultists? This is much deeper than you think.
You knew about the cultist?
Yes,
Why didn't the burgomaster do something about it earlier?
we were trying. That's what we learned from Udo.
How many
Well,
cultists
he'll
do
say
you...
that's what we've learned from others. Because, I'm sorry, out of game, he would not have known you guys had Udo. That was me grouping shit together. But
I mean, he
we've
would
learned from
know.
sources.
He would know that the burgomaster had Udo, so he might say that. To be fair.
But he wouldn't have spilled the name. His
Okay.
stats are higher than the DM's. So
How many of the cult do you know the identities of?
there's a few that we know of. The Baron, he believes that one is even within his own home. It's still
She
early.
is.
You know of this.
We know the identity of multiple cult members.
Well, I suppose it does me no good now.
Why not?
I'm chained up here. I've been defeated. And I suppose you're gonna kill me after this.
Not if you prove to have good answers to our questions, which have been fine so far. If your primary goal in life is for the good of Falaki, like you say it is, and for the destruction of the cult, our goals align completely.
I just do what I'm told.
Would you do what you're told to anyone other than the burgomaster?
No. the Burgomaster, as I told you, my stance on the Burgomaster. I will not go against him.
But what if there is no Burgomaster to go against? What if you are just alone in this world? What if you're wrong and the Burgomaster is dead?
Then I will be alone. And I will find a way. People have shunned me my entire life, and I'm sure that with Vargas gone, my life will be no different. I will
What if-
leave. I'll be outcast of the town. And that is if I even have my life.
What if we know someone that can guarantee you your life, guarantee that you won't be outcast, and will look beyond your arm as they do for others in their employ that others would consider mongrels?
No, The dolls are my life. Valaki is important, but I suppose if I leave, I will search out that woman, praying she's alive. Finding her is my goal.
And what would you do if you found her?
You see his eyes just kind of whimsically kind of roll back into the back of his head, and for the first time, this face of kind of disgust and anger turns to almost a borderline grin as he seems happy even just thinking about it. I don't suppose that's for me to say.
Oh, it is, and you will say. What is your
No.
plan when you find this woman?
Roll me a persuasion.
Big money, no whammies. Relatively
Oh,
big
wow.
money, some whammies.
As Isaac begins to tell the stories, you guys are all kind of transported back to this day at the orphanage where Isaac was kind of playing in the schoolyard and being picked on and bullied as a young girl with auburn hair was walking through with a younger version of a man you had met in Barovia, as well as what appeared to be a man you had buried in Barovia, the father of Kolyan, or the father Kolyan, as Irina approaches, like walks past the orphanage. Isaac just immediately becomes infatuated with her. You see him kind of run up to her, try to, like, he explains the story of him trying to kiss her, and immediately just becoming in love with this woman. And since that day, he explains that he has thought nothing more about but being with Irina. But
Crazy
obviously he doesn't know
stalker.
her name. Just an auburn-colored hair girl that he met when he was probably 8 years old. But as he explains his story, you see like the puppy-drawn love in his eyes, as he definitely seems obsessive and stalkerish.
So he's obsessive and stalkerish, which could be really bad. But do I get the feeling that he is actively dangerous towards her, or do I get the feeling that should he run up to her now and she's like, you know, she would be the new burgomaster in his eyes and he'd just do anything that she says and just like hang around near her all the time? Or would it be the level up of that childhood infatuation where he runs up and tries to kiss her? Would he like run up and try to grab her? Is he actively a danger that can't control himself, or is he just obsessed and in love?
You've seen the way that he has lashed out in combat and been aggressive, and just given that you, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, that happens.
That's fair. But given what you've heard about him, you have reason to believe that it would probably go beyond just subtle listening, and it might delve farther than just trying to get to a kiss.
All right,
He's not going to take no for an answer.
Can I go over the his facts when he told us about the demon arm again? When he told this story, is it apparent that he had the demon arm when he did this?
Yeah.
Or he had the demon arm when he got infatuated with Arena.
No. I'm so sorry. Yeah, no. He lost his arm as a kid, and his parents was put in the orphanage. Is kind of what you're gathering. And then as he became an adult after the burgomaster took him in,
yeah.
that's when he decided to go hunting these dire wolves.
This is not like Evil Dead, where
No, he
is the
doesn't have a
source.
chainsaw.
Evil Dad. I'm going to make a proposition for you at the end of the questioning, and I'd like you to think about it significantly. I'll look to the others. Is there anything else that we want to ask him before I make an offer?
What is your offer, if you mind telling me alone first?
Sure. I look to Ezor and Kiakli. Don't kill him whilst we're gone, and then I'll go down the ladder and I'll go outside with Icarus.
I'm gonna run to
Me
the restroom quick. I can still hear you guys though. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Please mute yourself. Oh, the wait, he
No, he
has a
doesn't have a mic.
mind. Yeah.
He's just gonna like a
headset.
like really loud shitting
Yes.
noises just the whole
Okay,
time.
yeah. Okay. So, what is it that you wanna tell him?
I'm gonna tell him that Vasily von Holtz, the new rising burgomaster, knows where the girl he loves is. And if he serves Vasily von Holtz loyally for 10 years, Vasily will tell him where that girl is, and then they can have their fairy tale life together. And I'm thinking, this guy's half mongrel, he fights all the time, he's probably not living the full 10 years, but it gives von Holtz an extremely powerful, important ally for a long period of time, was motivated by a little bit too far, but at least something good, love. It's a bit too much love, but this isn't a bad person. He was mutilated as a child, he grew up in a bad environment, and just wants someone to care about him. If we kill him, I do think that makes us the bad guys, but if we point him in a direction, he's going to carry on hunting cultists, he's going to carry on destroying the agents of Strahd. We need someone like this in this town.
That plan sounds good and everything, but where is Irina gonna be during those 10 years?
Well, she's not
Irene
planning to stay in this town, is she?
Infatuated with him.
And I'm not being funny, Icarus, but we don't know if in the years since the orphanage, if Irina's decided to feel the same way. It's not for us to decide that. We should at least talk to her. Honestly, I'm tempted to run to the church and grab Irina, but I really don't want to bring her here into this interrogation. But I would like her approval before making this kind of an offer.
I was thinking of something different.
What was your idea?
If he can live without the burgomaster, without Irina, and in a different town, we just set him off to somewhere else. If he says his life is nothing without them, we just put him out of his.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely going to say his life's nothing without him. The burgomaster's, the only parent that ever cared for him. And his motivation to find Irina is what keeps him ticking. If we
New
take it
plan.
all away, he's going to beg for death as well. But that still doesn't make it right to kill him.
New plan. Irina is beyond the mist. You get where I'm going?
Okay, Irina's beyond the mist, and the only way to get rid of the mist is to kill Strahd, and then we make this guy into a super ally in a different way.
Exactly.
Or he just goes into a Vistani camp, buys a poison potion, and just kills himself by accident because he believes them. This guy's clever, but I don't know if he's not clever enough to fall for a Vistani trick.
We can let him know about this not scheme, I guess it's a scheme of the potions, and we could tell him that he just keeps Strahd's forces out of Vallaki, and once we deal with him,
run and get Irina, because no matter what our plan is, we need her take on this. She might tell us something like, he's the worst thing that ever happened. He chased her for ages and she barely escaped, and then we have to kill him. Or she might go like,
He's the only person I've left.
yeah. Or she might go, listen, he's crazy obsessed, but he'll benefit von Holtz a lot, and von Holtz is obviously the barrier between them. She's in good with von Holtz, and then this guy will be in good with von Holtz, hoping to get to her, but he'll never get to her. He'll never see her.
Yeah.
I mean, he spent his whole life looking for her. I don't think that telling him, if you do something for 10 years, you will get her. I think that'll drive him. That'll motivate him so strongly. 20 years, 30 years, who knows? Whatever the right number might be. Irina might be able to point at that. We won't promise him like, oh, in 10 years she'll marry you. We'll just say, in 10 years you can meet her and you can explain your case. And then it's up to Irina what she wants to do in that room with him. If she wants to kill him, that's up to her. It's her stalker.
While you guys are having this discussion, Keekly and Iser, are you guys asking the man anything, or what are you guys doing during this?
We're just finishing. I'm just gonna say I'm on board, but I agree Irina should know what she's getting into.
Hey, put them old man knees to work. Get running. And I'm going to send Icarus on a midnight run to go get Irina.
You have to go.
I can't go. I'm running this whole thing. I don't know why. Easel just told me I have to do it, so now I'm doing it. I can't leave. I'm the lead investigator talker person for this. He'll be like, I'm not talking to the rest of you.
I'll go, but it'll take my time. My legs.
No, don't take your time. Get at least a jog on. Come on. You're not even that old. How old is he? Does he look old?
40-something, but I look 60-something.
The smoker special.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like.
I start every day by putting in my voice box.
Smoking out of the stoma. A little Larry. Alright, pan to them.
But yeah, Keekly and Iser, you guys, while they are having this discussion, is there anything you guys would have liked to have done?
Well, I'm gonna tell Keekly, do you mind trying out a thing for me? Do you mind just walking up into the box as well? Just approach it.
Okay. What?
The ravens give off the same kind of response as visceral, the crowing, the cawing, the discomfort in someone approaching or being near the chest.
Okay.
I will say though, as you guys are standing here, you notice that a couple of the ravens kind of fly off.
In which direction are they going?
They seem to fly out of that center platform, out of the room, the door that you guys had came in.
So when Raven and I are downstairs, we see just a couple of ravens fly off.
Yes, sir.
Can I, with my infestation cantrip create like even on myself, like in my own hand, like a bunch of small insects, beetles, something, and kind of send them out towards the chest, just like send them out to see if that garners any other reaction?
The birds seem to kind of be aggressive towards even those bugs, as anything that kind of gets near that region, you can tell is the kind of a no-no zone for these ravens. They seem to be almost protecting it.
Okay. Well. Oh, it's not a targeted area. I could make one of them blind, but not all of them.
Yeah, and there's a lot up in this
Yeah.
range.
You
Yeah.
can make one of them blind and then have that one raven gaslight the others into believing nothing happened.
Right. When all the rest of them can see.
My reasoning was that you've been a friend of the Fae, like your
Mhm.
family, and with all those stories that I've read, I have a hunch tonight. I think these ravens being here, they're not actual ravens. They're people in raven form, like were ravens that took care of the green shard. So
Mhm.
I just thought that they might not call you. They knew your family.
Is there, because I cannot transform
And
myself.
bear in mind, it is quite early into the morning at this point
Mm,
for everyone.
I can't do much right now. I guess maybe the only other thing I can do to really push in the limits of my cantrips here is I can with I don't know, with primal savagery try to because I can make either my fingernails grow and sharpen or my teeth. And maybe, I mean, I'm a lizard. I don't think I have teeth. Maybe like just try. Can I use that to try to, like, invoke like the thought that maybe I could transform into something? Because if they're were-ravens, then they would transform into just they would have that transformation magic. I can't use my druidic powers right now, but just something to like say, hey, look, I'm like you, kind of thing.
Okay.
I don't know, but
Um,
it's a stretch, I know.
I would probably say not, and I would say as you guys were there talking, eventually coming in to the place themselves of the stables, you see Erwin arriving, the chef.
Is coming to the stables?
Yes.
Why? While Raven and Icarus are downstairs talking?
Yes, those ravens left, and then
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
something returned.
I understand now.
What are you
So,
doing?
wait, when Raven... Oh, okay, so Raven and I were like, no, you go. No, you go. No, you go. And then someone came in.
Yeah, you guys were downstairs talking. Keekly and Eyes are on the front, with ends being cardboard cut out. Two ravens seem to fly out down through the stables. Couple more minutes of talking and BSing happens. Eventually, Erwin seems to come into the stable.
Would I be
Considering he
able
can't,
to
like,
fit
unless he
that?
just shoulder checks us out the way, he's not in, he's just outside the door next to us, right?
Well, I mean, he's coming. Well, that if you guys went downstairs, that's a big room where the stables are.
Yeah, all I'm saying, like, he can't, because we're outside the stables talking, so unless
Oh,
there's...
I see. I see.
Yeah,
He would have
he
come up
can't...
to you guys first then
Yeah, he'll come up to us first, and
and ask what's going on, essentially.
I'll look to Icarus and be like,
I look to
and
Raven
then,
and just...
yeah, if he doesn't have anything great to say, I'll go, we're just, one of our group members has a problem. He's handling it as best he can, in the stable. Is that okay? Can we have some privacy whilst he figures that out?
I was actually headed up there for the night, check on something. I hope that's not a problem. I try not to bother you guys.
Can I vibe check whether or not he's worried about the chest? Because that's the only thing in the stable.
Yeah, roll me insight. He definitely seems like it's more than just checking on something. Yeah, he seems to kind of be in a hurry, wanting to figure out what might actually be going on inside the building itself. So you get the reasoning that it's definitely something to do with probably the chest.
I respect that you want to go check on the thing. One of my he really needs privacy. He's like completely shit himself. It's horrific. It's like a war crime in there. We did happen to bump into your like hidden chest up there. We're not going to open it. We're not going to look in there. Don't worry. It's completely safe. I'll even help you hide it better because it was kind of sticking out a little bit. And your secret is safe with us, 100%.
Roll me persuasion.
Oh god, I'm persuading the whole world. I have an inspiration if this goes wrong because I feel like this would be... Oh, that's pretty bad. I'm going to burn it. Okay, that's better.
It's better.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, you've been some good patrons here the last couple days. Been nice enough to pick up the quest that I had laid out in front of you. If you could just please clean it up and, like you said, hide it a bit better.
No worries, Arwen. 100%. And I give him like a two-fingered salute and a smile.
Better not smell like shit at all.
It's going to smell like shit a little bit because it's a stable, but...
What quest is he talking about?
Hmm? What is it? What?
What quest?
Like he
is
said,
he talking
you've
about?
been
The
good
wine. We need to
patrons.
fix the wine wizards. We need to find what's
Oh.
happened to him. The wine wizard.
This quest.
Remember?
Oh my god, let me just show it to you. Take a gander. Stay a while.
Okay, yeah, we have done nothing about it, so that's
No, we
maybe
have,
why.
because we brought them wine to get them through until the winery is fixed. We gave them like 10 bottles or something.
And
The
then
Great
you fetch
Bash.
some more better wine from the Watchtower House.
Also,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
literally...
It's all still in the Walker House, which is now on fire. So
No.
hopefully
They
it doesn't
put a
blow
few
up.
bottles.
Something.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I
right.
collected
Yeah, but
Well,
he doesn't know that yet. But
when Raven, well, Raven didn't brought that up, but when he brings it up, the thing about the wine, I say, actually, I run into some really good wine. I have 6 bottles on me, so I'm gonna give him 2 of them, and say, for your troubles, and I give him 2 bottles of the Red Dragon crushed wine. It says, grape wine in the bottle, but I explain it. So I use this bottle to fill it up from somewhere else, and now they are in my possession. You can smell it. It is actually better.
It's much like the Red Dragon Crush, but it seems to have a hint of grape. I'm looking forward to trying this.
Oh, you made something new.
little hybrid
Basically.
cocktail.
Mm-hmm.
And before you go, like, did the birds warn you?
Don't be silly. Just something I do before I check out for the night. I come and make sure everything's locked up, make sure everything's secure. That's just good business ownership.
Okay, and am I correct? Because sometimes I feel like the birds warn me about stuff.
Well, with a name, well, I guess he doesn't. He might know your name. Nice.
No, I think he does because we put it on like the guest list.
Okay. He would say, with a name like Raven, it makes sense.
Fair enough. Well, have a great night, morning. It's the morning now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I've had real time going since you guys dragged him upstairs, and it's been like 40 minutes of just talking with him up here. So it's about 3:30 a.m. and we could retcon some time. But what is the insight check for you, Chris?
I said I wanted to see if, when he said, "Don't be silly, I just do this every night," if that's actually the case or if there's something going on with the birds.
Oh, good one, to be fair.
It seems to be the case, but given the urgency that he came outside, it doesn't seem to be the matter of night that he usually does it. Almost as if something pressed him for doing it earlier than he normally would have.
Okay.
Let me just Google if Irwin is a type of bird, because that might be
Don't
why
you
he
look up
gets.
Irwin and birds, because I'm sure something will come
Yeah,
up.
don't do it. Don't do it.
Alright.
Yeah, it just killed the rule.
You have spoiled yourself before, Isor.
I tried
It's
to
very
ask,
easy to.
can you resurrect the dragon? And the first few links was just how to resurrect the dragon. And by the way, did you know this? And just turn off. Yeah.
It's even worse when you like watch a video on YouTube and then that's just your recommendations on there.
Yeah, like you won't believe what happened in Curse of Strahd.
Yeah.
For me, it's when I
Got him.
frequent like battle map subreddits and a bunch of Curse of Strahd maps come up. I'm like, oh, don't look where the hidden rooms are. But anyway,
Alright, maybe
as
one
this
day.
guy fucks off, thankfully, I'll look to Icarus with a "you better get a move on," and then I'll head back upstairs up the ladder.
I start walking towards the church. as
Seeing him
casually and slowly as
walking,
possible.
I'm gonna like shoot an arrow like 3 foot from him to try and get him to hurry up.
And I just and start walking a little bit faster.
Could Izor or would Izor and I have heard the conversation going on downstairs with Irwin?
You would have heard inflictions that they were talking to somebody else, but I'd say, given the angle of where you're standing, probably not.
Okay.
Not full and fluent.
Okay.
Can I ask him a question while they're like Raven is on his way up?
Yeah, of course.
So, do you know that the former burgomaster, your boss, he was not that good of a guy. We had a lot of proof that he killed Herod the historian. Did you know about this?
I am the one that did it.
Okay, that's a twist. Why did you carry out such a deed? Why?
I was tasked to. It was an order.
You didn't question an order to kill a guy that was just recording the history of the town?
No.
What was so important that had to be silent?
It's none of my business. Vargas asked me to do something, and I do not bite the hand that feeds.
But all this man did was to create an account of the history of the Valaki in a neutral way, talking about the burgomaster. I mean, there was nothing that I would think that a historian would just come up with stuff. I mean, they could, but why would he come up with that burgomaster was such a bad man?
Blasphemy, cultists, malarkey, whatever word you choose.
So you're saying that you had proof that Herod was a cultist?
I'm just saying I do what I am told. I do not question it. I'm sorry you do not agree with everything that I've done, but I'm sure that there are many who would look at what you've done and question it.
Isor, do you have the book on your inventory? Because I'm looking through mine and I don't see it.
No, I never got in my inventory either. So
there was never a book to give out. Remember, there
Oh,
was never a handout for that.
right. Yeah. So right now, it must be in my possession.
Yeah, and yeah, I don't think you ever gave it back to Iser, who is the one that wanted it in the first place. That's funny.
Not surprised. You up here now again, Raven? We catch a bit of the conversation as you head up the stairs.
No, I'd miss all of it because me and Icarus are out there for like 15, 20, but you guys only had one question whilst we were gone, so we'd have definitely missed it. If you have any other stuff you want to ask him whilst no one else is there, you've got a good shot to do it.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else, but you all have been here longer than I have.
Okay, Raven will head back up and
I will, of course, inform you.
basically,
Yeah, I will inform you that the questions you know, he is like the burgomaster's dog that he sends on people to kill them.
Yeah, I don't know. That just sits so unwell with me because even I mean, you say that you don't want to bite the hand that feeds you, but even a dog knows when it's too far.
I am no dog.
You act like, this man is the only reason that you're alive, and perhaps when you were a child that was true. He gave you a life, he took you from the orphanage, he allowed you to survive in a world that did not accept you. But is it really better now? Demon arm, weird arm aside, you are associated with this man that is working against the natural order of the world. Yes, everything sucks and the devil is horrible, but keeping everyone else in this constant state of fear and oppression does not make your life better. Yeah, you were at the top of the food chain, but clearly, as we have demonstrated this evening, you're not guaranteed to stay there. Why would you so blindly follow someone who would ask you to do such horrible things?
It is no different than those that follow a deity or a god. This is my life. This is what I've known.
Well, only you have the right ability and means to change that. You don't have to continue to be this person.
I will stop at nothing. Nothing to find the woman, the dolls.
How long have you worked for the burgomaster?
You could tell, given the kind of flashback I gave you when he was about 8, and just given the way he looks now, it's been definitely 20 plus years that he has been actively searching.
And in that 20 plus years, I assume that you haven't kept your search a secret.
There are very few that know about it, just Blinsky.
Just Blinsky. So in all of those years, your employer has never seen, you have never asked for time off to go and search or follow leads. Vargas knows nothing of your obsession with this woman. I'll rephrase that. Your interest in this woman.
And I will say, I'm not even going to make you roll to see if he's lying. Raven and Keekley, you guys would both know that there's absolutely no way that Vargas's study being right across from Isaac's bedroom that he wouldn't know.
Mm-hmm. So in those 20 years, he has never given you an opportunity or allowed you or helped you in any way to find this woman that you are seeking so desperately. In those 20 years, he has kept you on a leash like a dog, doing his bidding, with only these dolls to comfort you.
I see him just angrily try. You don't know what you're speaking of.
This is my opinion. This is what I see as an outside person. I've been in town for 2 days.
All right.
And all I see is a lost little boy who doesn't. All I see is a lost little boy who has not been shown the love and respect that sentient beings are due in this lifetime, whether you are human or lizard folk or dragonborn or what have you. Every living creature is due some sort of some sort of respect and help in achieving their goals. And this man has done nothing but keep you on a leash like a dog to do his bidding and guard his best interest without any benefit to you, without any assistance in where your life or where you want your life to go. Has he even tried to find her? Has he tried to help you find her? Has he offered assistance? Has he sent letters? Has he sent couriers or trackers to help you find her? How much better would your life have been had he helped you in the way that you have helped him for these last 20 years?
I'll never know. You see him shed like a single tear and just I'll never truly know.
Exactly.
I've sent out letters. I've gotten nothing in return. The Baron's
sure?
the one who sent the letters out.
Are you sure that he even sent the letters?
He wouldn't.
You don't know.
No.
Have you seen the letters go? Have you seen the letters come? I'm sorry, but even as a lizard folk that lives in the swamp, I've sent letters and got responses. And you've never gotten a response to any of your letters? How do you know they were even sent?
The Baron wouldn't lie to me. He wouldn't use me. I'm not a dog. I'm not on a leash.
You are...
I don't...
You are his pet. And I am sorry to say that, but you are his muscle. I don't know you. I have only met him once, but this relationship is unhealthy.
You see him kind of drop his stance. This is all I've known. You see everything kind of just hitting him all at once, this wave of emotions. He's not sure what to feel, whether it's anger at the burgomaster himself or his hand, or sadness for the life and the hand that he's been dealt. But whatever it is, it seems to kind of break him, as he just seems to just lose it, as he just begins to cry and just realize and start to recount all these horrific memories of everything he's ever done in his life for the Baron. And at the end, as he kind of looks up, this anger now has just kind of been directed towards Baron Vargas and the house of the burgomaster.
This moment, Raven gets to the top of the ladder, sees him just crying his eyes out, Keekley shouting at him, like, "You are nothing, you are a dog." Raven gets up the ladder, is like, doesn't really know if they want to interrupt, but their presence is known in the upstairs of the little hay barn thing now.
Didn't mean to break him.
I would say as Icarus and Raven get up there, that's probably a great opportunity to take our
No,
bio
Icarus is
break.
No,
going
because
to the
it's a church.
Or Icarus is going to the church. Excuse me. Yeah, but
Yeah, I would say like I measured the map, and that thing is roughly a mile away.
yep.
That'll take you about
Velocity's
20 minutes
big.
then.
Yeah.
I made
People
it-
like walk at 3 miles an hour and they can run at 7.
Oh, it's not almost a mile. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it is 1,050 feet.
There's
1,000
5,280 feet in a mile.
So you're gonna walking
It was
past a few.
1,000?
How big is this town? A
It's
mile
about
worth of houses?
1,000
my
feet?
my bad. I was calculating with meters because my brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it
Well,
is
1,000 feet will take you 17 turns of dashing, so it'll take Icarus about 25 turns of not dashing. And 25
yeah, that's
turns
right, because he's
is
not walking or
Mhm.
not running.
Divided by 6 seconds.
25 turns of 6 seconds is 150
Eventually, he gets
seconds.
there.
It's like 3 minutes. It's like a 3-minute walk.
and then the time that I take talking to Arena, and then the time that I take getting back into the stables, that will be at least 10 minutes, I would say.
If
Yeah,
Arena's
definitely.
just gonna come with you.
Yeah, you might have
I
to convince
don't
her.
know yet, so I'll go to the bathroom and BRB.
Hmm.
Man,
I'm going to use the bio break that we never use. Be right
it's
back.
so funny. I've had the festival prep now for so many weeks, and we just more stuff just keeps happening. Hello, Johan. Are you having fun today?
Yep. It's all good, man.
Are you?
Really nice, yeah. A lot of notes.
I don't know what y'all are doing, but please don't die.
I don't know. I don't know what that was. It was not me taking a dab.
Yeah. Good.
Man, it's very funny during the week what I decide to prep versus what I don't. I prepped so much more and then forgot about the interrogation. So I hope this is going okay.
I think it's really nice.
Fucking Keekly, I'm gonna call you up when I need a therapist. Tell me how things need to change in my life.
Completely out of my ass too. Like,
It was not bad. I thought he did
That was
good.
good speech, yeah.
I hope that it came off as like concerning and not like judgmental and
Parts of
churchy.
it.
I don't know.
Parts of it were definitely a little bit. I was like, damn, you just fucking roasted this man. But I felt like you did pretty good. You wrangled it in. It's pretty solid. I love it. I enjoy the role play and the combat. I enjoy Dungeons and Dragons. This is my favorite game ever.
It's really good, man.
It's
Fun
funny
as
to me
well.
when people try to like think they know Dungeons and Dragons. So what do you guys do? You guys play on console or PC or what does it look? Is it a first-person shooter? No, it's definitely not that. They think it's a video game. This is a collaborative storytelling. It's one of the very first things I plugged into. This is how ChatGPT describes Dungeons and Dragons. It's a tabletop role-playing game where players create characters and embark on adventures in a fantasy world. The game, led by a dungeon master, sets up the world, creates storylines and non-player characters, and serves as the game's referee. I think he did a good. Like it goes on, but
Yeah.
that's a great way of explaining it. Did you guys pat him down before, or did you just take his weapon?
I don't think we ever did, honestly.
No, we did not.
Okay.
Good morning, gamers.
How many bananas this time?
Huh?
How many bananas this time?
And did you
There's
bring
no
enough for the rest
today.
of the class?
Sadly, no bananas today.
Oh, you ran over there to buy last time.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh,
this time I got some crackers.
Yeah.
holy cow! There's a big old crackers.
They're the size of my hand.
They weren't that big. They just because they were close to the screen. But
Mm. Well, they also weren't broken up, which is yeah.
Oh, we're all here,
Alright.
yeah? It's just me
Yeah.
turned off the camera, yeah?
Well, Raven and Icarus just got back.
I just got back. But Grass, I was gonna say, if you lived closer by, I made my own Chex Mix. The camera doesn't want to do anything with it.
Doesn't like it.
If you put it in
Censored.
front of yourself, we can see it. Like if you... Yeah. Right.
checks. Mix.
All right, new
Fuck is
email.
that?
Chex Mix.
Trail mix.
Yeah.
That's me as emote.
Oh, I'm gonna put it way back behind me so you don't have to listen to me eat it.
I thought it was Tex-Mex.
Tex-Mex?
Yeah,
That's
what we-
another thing.
Yeah, it is.
I couldn't grab my 1Z, but this is my contribution to your funniness, Grass. It's my coffee cup.
Is that a Minions mug?
No, it's
I think it's like a three-eyed monster.
like a little monster.
Okay.
Different than a one-eyed monster. All right. Is everyone back?
Yes.
Okay. Icarus, you managed to arrive at the church. You
Not
find
sweating, not
sorry.
panting,
yeah.
very calm.
Take your sweet time. But as you arrive, Father Petrovich seems to be just tidying up, getting ready for the sermon tomorrow, because it's usually custom after the festival to have a sermon, and Irina is kind of just helping him. But they're in the pew, so you don't have to look too far for them.
As I approach, I just make my presence known, wave, and say, Father, Irina. Early birds, I see.
Trying, did I talk like this for him? I can't remember.
I think so.
Trying
I'm
to.
talking.
The festival is tomorrow, but the burgomaster is home. Do you know what came of it?
Ah, yes, I was there earlier. I wanted to check if everything was good, and thankfully no one was harmed. I believe, at least, I saw the burgomaster in well shape.
Was his wife with him?
Was her?
Yeah.
I believe I saw her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is fine as well.
You see a face of kind of relief wash over. I wouldn't know what to do with myself if I lost my sister.
I didn't know was your sister. Is a really pretty lady.
Good cover. Good cover. Yeah,
Thank
she's
you. It runs in the family.
I was actually here hoping to find Irina, and thankfully I didn't have to look too far.
Icarus, it is good to see you again. What brings you back?
I believe there's something that me and the group have to tell you.
Is everything okay?
Everything
Can it
is
wait?
okay. It is more of a pressing matter.
I suppose I can sleep when I'm dead. Let us go. I am sorry, Father. I'll be back.
I'll make sure to compensate for the lack of hands this morning, Father.
Okay. He kind of gives you a knowing look. Back to the attic, the loft.
Returning, we will just walk down the streets.
Okay, so about 3.5 minutes later, you arrive. And on immediate sight of you guys coming up this ladder.
Oh wait, but I am not bringing Irina
sorry.
up
Okay, yeah, my mistake.
for Isaac to see her. I'll tell her to wait outside. I will go in and get Raven to come with me so we can talk to Irina.
Okay.
Yeah, I imagine at some point Raven would have said something coded to the others, but it's too coded, so they don't know what's going on. And then Raven would go downstairs to find Icarus and Irina outside of the. Is it like a bar? It's a stable. That's what it is.
It's a stable, yeah.
Sorry for calling you at such a weird hour, Irina. We have an extremely unusual situation on our hands, and we wanted to run something by you because it pertains directly to you.
Is everything okay?
Yeah,
have me worried.
everything's under control. You're just gonna have to make a big decision. So, do you remember when you were a child and you lived in the orphanage, and there was a young boy there with one arm?
Excuse me, we do not know if she actually lived there. She's got a brother and she lives in Barovia.
Yeah,
in
the
village.
way that I explained it was that she was with an older gentleman that seemed to be very similar to the man you buried in Barovia, as well as a man that looked like a younger version of Ismark. But they weren't in the orphanage themselves. They were kind of patrolling it outside as Isaac was playing in the courtyard.
Okay,
So I was
just replace living with visiting then in the same
Okay.
sentence.
I was young then. I can't say I do. There's been many that have fawned over me in my life, but
Do you know someone named Isaac?
I cannot say it rings a bell. I have not been to Vallaki though since I was very young.
Yes, well,
Okay, so we'll
during
have
your
to.
time visiting the orphanage, you saved that young boy from something, and it made a very significant impression in his mind because no one in his life at that point had ever done anything nice to him. And he's carried that fascination with you into his mid 40s. And he still is in love with you, which is, a little bit uncomfortable. But he's also currently the right hand man of the Burgomaster and one of the more influential figures and players in the political game of Valaki. We were wondering whether, firstly, if you would want to see the individual at all. Secondly, if you feel afraid of this individual because they are actively looking for you, they are in love with you, and they want to find you and make you in love with them. And whether or not you would consider something such as, if we tell Isaac upstairs, if he serves, Vasily von Holtz and he keeps Valaki safe and he continues hunting this horrible cult of the devil, that, after 20 years he can meet with you and you will speak with him, but that doesn't mean, it's no commitment from your end, but it will motivate him to do good by this town. We're leaving it in your hands because he's obsessed with you, and it's your choice what you want us to do with this individual.
My entire life, I have not been given choices. It has been my father and my brother, and I have men that always think they know what I want, and I give in to them. I don't want to see this man. I don't want him to be with Vasily, as I've grown fond of him in my short time here. I don't know what you plan on doing with him, but I do not wish to give him the satisfaction.
Okay, thank you very much then.
You don't even want to know what he looks like.
Why?
I do not. He is not worth it.
Well, thank you very much. We appreciate your timely decision, and we hope that you appreciate us leaving it completely up to you. You don't have to stay around any longer if you don't want, but if you do, we can get you some breakfast in the Blue Water once it opens.
I am going back to the church. I will get dressed. It is a very busy day today. I'm sure you need rest too. It was only a few hours ago we were eating at Vasily's.
Yeah, you might want to skip the Sun Festival today.
Once again, I ask, is everything okay?
Everything's fine. It's just the Burgomaster's house burnt down, Lady Wagner's house burnt down. All of the political tension of this town is coming to a head, and that head is tomorrow at the festival. So it might be safer give it a miss.
Raven, I've only known you a short while, but can you please tell me, honestly, did you have something to do with this?
I
You
burnt down the
scared Father
Burgomaster's house,
Petrovich.
but I have no idea what happened at the Wachter house.
Well, at the Burgomaster's home, the father did not wish to share this, as he didn't want to sway your opinion earlier when you came to ask, but his sister is the Burgomaster's wife. I just ask that you keep her safe.
I understand. I didn't know this.
We'll do everything we can to keep her. Well, I didn't want to phrase it like this, but I guess this is how Icarus would phrase it. We will make everything in our power to keep her alive.
Well, I hope to see you tomorrow. I will stay at the church then.
Hopefully nobody dies. That's the ideal hope of every day, really.
Dying? Oh, Lord.
Irina,
Uh,
can you hold here for just 1 second? And I will
You've
pull.
already dragged her out of bed. Like, or not out of bed, but like from the church. She's here now.
I will pull Raven away for a second.
Okay, so the group's there. Us three and Irina were aside, but now you've pulled me a second level of aside.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you. So, based on what we talked just now, I believe Isaac is gonna die.
I don't know. I think Kirkley broke him. Like, whilst you were away and whilst before I got up, I think Kirkley's just like, run his brain through a blender. I think she's fully cooked him. I think he's fine now, safe enough. I don't think he'll ever find Irina. But I think she's definitely, go up, see what he's like, have a chat with him now, but, just be wary of Kirkley. She seems like she's got a little bit more to her than just loves plants and chases rabbit people through the woods.
Because if today is his last day alive, I would say give him a glance of Irina before ending his life so he can rest better.
I don't think he needs to die, and I don't think we should give him the glance. That puts Irina at risk, and it goes against her wishes, and we care a lot more about what she wants than what he wants.
Sounds fair. And I will return to Irina and say, I'm sorry for make you walk this long and take you away from father for just a couple of minutes of talk. I hope this didn't provoke any delays or issues.
You're not going to make me walk back alone, are you?
I looked at Raven.
Don't make a lady walk alone at night.
All right, Icarus is lazy. I will walk you home, and whilst we do it, what kind of weapons do you enjoy using in combat? Because the group has seen you fight, but I don't think I've ever been there for that.
You were.
Not very confident or good with anything. I was given this from my brother as a gift when I was a kid, but it's just a rapier that I've had for years now.
Are you any good with it? Do you feel confident using it?
I haven't had to use it much. The bridge was honestly the first time I've used it outside of playing around or on the dummy.
The first time, then you're quite gifted at it, let me say.
I was just thinking because I recently came across some really shiny looking, sharp looking daggers, and they're a simpler and easier weapon for people to just hold and swing and stab. And if you've got your rapier hand, you might want like a dueling dagger in the other hand. But did you want a really nice dagger just to help keep you safe? We're really on the keeping you safe path here.
You should keep it. As she kind of lifts up her side a little bit, revealing that she does have a dagger stowed away.
Does it look like a normal dagger?
Yeah.
I will take out one of the vicious daggers and show it to her as a comparison of how much nicer it is.
This will get much more use out of you. I don't think I should take this.
No, it's fine. We just found a way better dagger than this, and we have two.
Are you sure?
Of this, so we can spare one.
Okay.
Anything to keep you safe, Irina, is our number one priority.
I'm not sure what I've done to deserve it, but I appreciate it.
You're the little good that remains in this land. I mean, part, because of course there's more good, but in comparison, there's way more evil than good, so let's leave it like that.
All right.
I will walk Irina back, and then when I get there, I'm gonna try and find someone to walk me back so that I don't have to walk alone at night. And then they don't want to walk back alone, so they'll try.
I'd say you'd be able to find a guard that would be nice enough to escort you.
To the stables.
Oh, that's nice.
Huh?
Escort you to the stables. The guard.
Not to the stables,
Yeah,
just
bring
to
a guard
just...
to the stables.
You wanted someone to guide you. So.
Just to the street, and then I'll be like, thank you, and then I'll go into the Blue Order, and then I'll go out the back door and through to the stable.
Okay.
But meanwhile, they've got like 20 minutes alone.
Sounds good.
More like 6.
Is anyone doing anything?
I'll go upstairs, and since Raven told me that Kikli was brainwashing Isaac,
brainwashing.
It's like Chinese whispers, right?
I'm gonna look at how the consensus is. Like, how's Isaac? What's the stance of Kikli? What's the stance of Isor?
I'll allow them to say what the stance is for themselves. Isaac still
Sorry.
seems to be quite distraught given the matter.
I missed a little bit of that because I took my headset off for a second. But what Kiakli's stance is right now?
Yeah, like, is she keep pushing Isaac? Is she more
No.
retreat?
She wasn't trying to break him. It really was like tough love. Like, I need you to reevaluate what you think is important in your life because I believe that you are being manipulated. And I guess maybe that could kind of be brainwash, but honestly, Kiakli would be trying to comfort him. Like, I'm not, like, especially if this has caused him to become distraught. Still cautious. Like, I'm not going to let my whole guard down, but I think I'm definitely near him, trying to comfort him, but keeping the bugs on hand just in case something happens. Oh no, he's sad now.
Instead of being like, you did this wrong, you did that wrong, you're more like trying to make him see.
Right. I'm trying to give him a different perspective because everything that he said was so, this is exactly, he's on this straight and narrow path of, this is my life. This man has done everything for me. I will never go against him. And I'm just trying to make him like see that maybe he's not been treated as well as he thinks he was.
Alright. What you doing, Isor?
All for me would be, I mean, at the beginning, probably as soon as you said he killed that person, neutral, consider whether or not it would be more dangerous being kept alive. After the speech, I would say I'm leaning towards more of letting him go. I don't truly know if he is evil or just misguided and having too much trust in the burgomaster. So I would think that I'm leaning towards letting him go as well. But the only thing I'm considering is whether or not he will be a danger to our arena, regardless. That's my stance.
Alright, then I will approach Isaac and kind of kneel to be on a, well, I guess I don't have to kneel to be on a same level because he's huge. He's like 16 feet tall. And just see if he's in a state of keep talking and responding or if he's totally gone.
honestly seems kind of totally gone.
And I will turn at quickly and be like, good job. And I will walk towards a corner and call you two like to come near so Isaac doesn't hear what we were talking about.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
So-
honestly, he probably wouldn't hear anyway over the flocking of these ravens that are kind of in here and just the general ambiance of the noises that they're making, the cawing, the clanking of their claws, walking across wood, things of that nature. It'd probably be enough coverage to distract what you're saying.
Right, and I'll say, Raven really don't want this guy dead. And by what they told me, I don't think any of you want that to happen. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. However, don't think you can stay in the line. Sooner or later, he's gonna bump into Irina. So,
If
That's
Irina
what
stays
was
here,
on
yeah.
my mind. That was on my mind. If he still stays alive, he's got to move out.
I agree.
But how are we gonna approach that? Are we going to tell him to clear off and just leave elsewhere and never return to Valaki, or try to deceive him into believing
Wild goose
Irene
chase.
is another castle?
Wait, was Irina intended to stay here?
She's in love with a guy in here. I mean,
Well, she's infatuated with him now.
She-
Like, she just met him, like, a day or two ago.
I'm not there, but you all know that she's only waiting for us to take her to Kresk.
but I don't think that was the objective at all in any of the storyline that we were taking to Crest. I believe that the final destination was Valaki in the church.
Yeah,
I thought someone said she won't be safe unless we get her to the cathedral in Kresk or something.
her brother said to take her here to Valaki because Father Petrovich could keep her safe. And then when we realized Isaac had an obsession for her, we thought of taking her to Kresk, but we
I think it
didn't.
was also because the bones were missing, so this place actually wasn't safe. So we thought, where's the next church? And it was Kresk.
Yeah.
But now the bones are back, to be fair.
Bones are back, and we never actually told her anything about going to Kresk. So I believe her plan is staying.
Not that it helps any of you in the attic, because you wouldn't be privy to the information, but on the walk home, Raven will literally just ask Irina where she plans to go next, or if she wants to stay in Valaki. That seems like good. No, you can't act on it, else it would be. But that's an extremely normal thing to ask someone on a walk home, I think.
Sorry, I was reading some messages between you. You asked her what?
Basically, Raven's just going to ask Irina whether or not she plans to stay in Valaki forever, or if she wants to go somewhere else, or anything like that.
I don't know. The only reason I came here was to stay out of the devil's grasp, and while I do feel it is safe here, nowhere is truly safe, only safer. And for the time being, it is nice with Vasily, but who knows what tomorrow may bring. But for the time being, I'm happy to help Father Petrovich in the orphanage and just do my part. It's nice being. I'm not trying to say that the land here is hopeful, but the people seem to be definitely of a different sort than Barovia. It's been nice.
Hmm?
I'd say at that point, you definitely would get her back to the church. Are you gonna head back to the stables?
Yeah, it'll take me like 5-10 minutes though, so they can decide if they're killing Isaac or not.
Okay.
So when we already said like no, but we're debating how to get Isaac to leave Valaki.
Hmm. Well, I don't know if it's sending him on a goose chase where try and find her. He might get really mad and just try to find us because we gave him false leads. I mean, I don't know how big Barovia is, but where would you send him and said you've seen her? I mean, if we send him to the town of Barovia, where she's from, he might find out something out where she went. If someone saw us.
There's not a lot of places in here. The only outside character. There's the village of Barovia, Valaki, Kresk. Is there a fourth town?
There is.
Or that's it?
No, you know that there's a fourth town from the book that you purchased. So there's a lost town from the Ursai, was it? What are they called?
I mean, yeah, but like habited town, like with people.
No, we know it's only 3 towns. That's from all the material we have.
Mm,
Well, it's a 2 towns and the rest is burned out.
yeah.
No, 3. So there was 4. The rest, of course, is gone.
There's like two.
It's not a town, but there's where the Wizards of the Wine all live, which is like a settlement at least.
Isn't it like a tower alone?
Well, it's a tower in a vineyard.
I just can't imagine you run a vineyard with less than 10 people on staff, you know?
Right.
Ah,
Unless it's all like a family affair.
Oh, this is a wizard of wine that is just having mage hand picking.
Every day he just casts Conjure Wine.
Yeah.
One-man operation.
He's got his
maybe-
unseen servant and his mage
Um,
hand out there picking grapes.
No, there's no grapes involved. He just casts Conjure Wine every day.
Gotcha.
So by now, I would say we would have Raven join us and just ask the same, how to have Isaac leave. And I will just add, if there's no hope on Isaac's leaving, and none of you have the will to put the man down, I'll do it myself.
Do we want him to leave Valaki? Because I understand that whilst Irina probably wants to stay here, you know, it's been 20 plus years. He still hasn't even found her name. He's looking for the image of an 8-year-old girl. He might not even recognize her if he sees her.
That is
These are
true.
adults.
And he wants to stay here and hunt the cult. If we send him somewhere else, that's a little bit awkward. But if you do want to get him away, I think the most convincing argument is, hey, buddy, you spent 25 years looking for the love of your life in this village. You haven't found her. Now that you're freed from being the burgomaster's lapdog and you've got no leash, you know, go out, look for her, go west towards Kresk and see if she, because we can't send him to Barovia. Everyone will be like, oh yeah, this is who it is.
Mhm.
We could send him Crestwood, and I'm sure there's good work for him, or at the very least some big wolves on the road.
I think it's also a bad idea to send him back to Barovia, not only because people know who she is, but that will be... Oh, no, never mind. I don't know this. Keekly is not saying this. Never mind.
Idea. What if we tell him that we met the person that he's looking for?
No. If the second we provide that latch, he will never leave us alone either, because we become the next step. He's obsessed. He'll never stop looking for her, and if we've seen her, he won't stop following us until we say, where we saw her, what she was like,
Yeah,
what she was wearing, what her name is, how old she is.
That's where I was going. We will
Yeah.
tell him who her is, where she's from, but we will tell the story that we know about her brother, how her father died, how the devil was obsessed with her, and she was taken away by the devil himself into the castle, and she's been trapped there since.
Okay, that's not terrible. I think it's got a big risk of he just pulls a Lucian and he just kills himself by walking into the castle.
He wouldn't kill himself, though. Maybe we're setting up a new army for the devil.
Mia would point out that no one but her brother knows that you even took Irina from Barovia. So if somebody shows up there looking for her, it is going to alert Strahd and his agents that she has left. And lo and behold, someone from Vallaki came looking for her. So maybe that's where she went. And now here's, a more intense chase after her.
Okay.
But
change of
Kiakli does not
history.
say that because she was not there.
Fair.
I think we just
Especially,
let this guy look for what may or may not be a grown-up 8-year-old girl in Kresk. It's just so much the right
Maybe he
direction.
finds another red-haired person and says this has to be the one.
Maybe. How common are red-haired humans? Have we seen many in
No.
Vallaki?
You have seen 0 outside of Irina. Red hair is incredibly rare.
All right.
Okay.
Send him Kresk? What do we think?
Did her brother have red hair?
No.
He was
Okay.
blonde.
Damn gingers.
So
I-
yeah,
Careful, that's a hate
agree.
crime when you've got a ginger in the call.
I definitely agree with sending him westward.
let's
You
tell
can't really
that.
tell with the color of the lights on my desk.
I see it.
But yeah, my hair is red.
The shirt doesn't help.
No, the shirt doesn't help.
Right.
Is that your attempt, Bo, to be smooth and get the shirt off? Because that's
No,
not...
I'm already colorblind, so it really doesn't help when they look the same. That's my point.
My shirt is
Fuck the
orange.
colorblind.
You don't see the text on the shirt.
No, I really didn't.
I don't see
Did
text on the
Icarus
shirt
and
either.
Kiakli see it?
Oh, I
See
could see it,
what?
yeah.
And that little blob he sent the other day.
Yeah. Yeah, I could read it.
Legit could not.
Yes, I
The
do.
blob I figured out, but it took me effort, which is not a good sign.
I'd have to pull it into Photoshop and invert it in order to probably get any idea.
Fun fact, men are much more likely to be colorblind than women.
Every 1 in 4 men. There's 4 of us here. I'm the
Yeah,
one.
There you go.
I'm the odd man out.
Should have thought about that before you were born, you stupid bitch.
Damn it. I thought of everything. God. All right, what are you guys doing with this puddle
We
of
will
man now?
go upstairs to where Isaac is. I'm going to try and assess the damage from Kiakli's mind break. Does he look like he's conscious again?
He's crying. I'm comforting him at least.
You're the one oh my god.
He seems to be just going through a lot, like he seems to be coming back more into a conscious state rather than being kind of broken down, inconceivably crying. But the actions that have led up to this moment are kind of weighing heavy on him, and as he's kind of recollecting himself.
I'm gonna get closer and tell him, what is it gonna be of your life now?
I, I, I don't know if I've ever had a life. I don't even know where to start.
Well, now you have one.
I don't know. What do you suggest?
I look for the others for a final consensus and like, are you guys, yeah, like, are we sending him Kresk?
You've spent however long, at least a couple of decades of your life looking for someone in this village, and you haven't seen or found any sign of them. You don't have any loyalty left to the former burgomaster, and they do like the prayer sign because we're playing that he's dead. And maybe it's time that you start looking elsewhere for this individual. I hear that the road to Kresk is filled with wolves that you hate, and you can, kill them. Furthermore, I hear that Kresk has a budding population that may offer you a good chance to find the person you're looking for. Or at the very least, the hope of that eventually you will find them can help you keep going. I think you leave this place behind, you leave all of the trauma of the lake, your parents, the orphanage, your arm. Leave it behind. Look forward to Cress. Look ahead to the new life you can build for yourself there. And continue hunting agents of the devil, the cult, everything like this. Rest assured, we will cleanse the rest of Valaki. You can help us do it on your way out if you would like. But I think look westward, look towards Kresk, and find your love there.
I'm thankful for you, and I don't know, maybe one day I'll see you once more, but I'll head west. I don't even know where to go.
If we cross paths again, we sure hope that we meet a reformed man, free of chains.
You and me both. But who knows how long these chains have been on me and how deep they go. So you guys planning on just letting him try to walk out of Valaki, the town where everyone knows who he is and there's guards at all the posts in the town?
I mean, no one's looking for him, right?
But I'm saying there's 2 entries or 3 ways to get into Valaki. At each of the gates, there's been guards.
But he ventures off all the time, right? Or no? He disappeared at one point.
I mean, he was venturing through the town freely to get to the lockdown. So him traveling through town is fine. Or are you getting at the he's just going to run straight to a guard and be like, yeah, what?
I think it's more they're going to question why he's leaving. Maybe.
And he'll just be like, get out of my way, and smack him across the village with his giant freak arm.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right.
I would say we go with him to one of the exits.
That's incriminating as hell, man. That's really incriminating.
I did pitch if he wants, he can help us hunt down the rest of the cult tonight. And that seems like a good sending off for him. I think he'd be pretty hyped for that.
It's 4:20 a.m. man.
Yeah, that's fine. We've got cult time.
Sleep.
We don't have time to sleep.
I do not want to be exhausted for whatever comes from this festival tomorrow.
Well,
today?
Today.
It's either you're exhausted for the festival today, or the entire cult lives for what happens today. Something's got to give.
Dead.
I think between the 5 of us and Isaac, I think we can easily kill a washerwoman, a man that smells faintly of sausage. You know what I mean? These aren't big targets.
Well, he's got
They're
Right,
not going
but-
to pose. I can eat them.
We also don't know that these are the only. Isn't it better to let them fight each other?
There's no one left for them to fight each other, though.
Also, the Burgomaster, remember, the Burgomaster is still alive. So if Isega leaves now, he might run into him and just realize that we're full of crap.
I think if Isaac runs into the Burgomaster, I think he kills the Burgomaster, which takes an issue way out of our problem as well.
Yeah.
Because Keoklee got him scrambled.
But why wouldn't you think that the cultists would go underground and try to hide? Why would they do bad?
That's what I mean. You've so there's two things the cultists are either going to do. They're either going to disappear and we will never topple this cult of Strahd, or they're going to band together, do something, vie for power, and then like that whole preventing Wactor from being in charge, it would just be a different head of the cult in charge. Like we've got to do something about them tonight. And it might suck for rest and resources, but it's very time sensitive. This is our only chance to make those moves.
I don't know if this was mentioned when Keoklee was around, but could we talk to the guy with the books who was upset that he wasn't invited to the book club? He would know who all those people were, right? Or have you already tried to ask him that?
He doesn't know who any of them are because he was never invited.
No,
I think.
we have a ton of items as well to look through. Just out of character, I do believe that all the cultists have a pendant. We would figure out that they had a pendant. Well, you picked up pendants from them. We can figure out that they might be hiding a pendant. You can see when you approach them, so we would already know that they're cultists. Or even maybe we can mind. I don't even know if it's mind control. What if they had main pendant is like a mind control pendant for the rest, and it's actually for going around just butchering a bunch of innocent people.
Me too.
Okay, I have an idea to test that theory. One of us puts the pendant and see if the others will follow.
I think there's a huge difference between spending like a couple of minutes to Arcana check a pendant and taking 8 hours, which puts us like if we do an 8-hour long rest, we've missed the festival. Like that's like we can't do that.
No, it's midday.
Well, the very start of it, yeah.
The festival's at 12. It's currently 4:30. Like if we take an 8-hour long rest, we've missed the whole plot. Like we're just gonna have to deal with the fact that this is a very time sensitive thing with some real pushing pressures that.
But if we stay up, we take one level of exhaustion, right? Even if
Well, you make a
short
con
rests.
save. You would make a con save DC 10 to avoid the exhaustion usually.
No,
Yeah,
I believe-
think exhaustion just happens. If
No.
you bypass-
You can stay up. I've done a lot
Oh
of
no, because then
warlocks that don't go to bed.
why would people sleep? then?
Because it's a
Like,
DC 10 con save or you get exhaustion.
that's pretty
it's
low.
but
though.
that's every
It's not
hour.
low, it's like 50-50 for most people.
That's every hour. And
It's not every
then
hour, that's for Force Smart.
Each hour it gets 1 DC higher, so you could end up even dying.
It says, it can become harder to fight off exhaustion if you stay awake for multiple days. After the first 24 hours, the DC for not resting increases by 5.
Where are you? What
If-
book are you finding this in?
100% real D&D rules.net.
Oh yeah.
I did not make this up.com.
It says PHB 291.
All right, I just sent the forced march.
Well, this isn't Force March
That's
because
travel, though.
we're not walking for 20 miles. Forced March is like if you forcibly walk for too many hours a day.
Okay, rethinking.
When you resolve this question, I do have another one.
The answer is no.
Well, fuck you very much.
No, just change the question. Stick a knot in it, and then it's yes.
What is your question? Wow,
So-
thinking things out.
These ravens that have been here in the stables with us, does it seem like they've been listening to us? Or are
Roll me
they
an
just
animal handling check?
walking and making noise?
Well, we'll say perception and then animal handling, because you're a druid, so.
Oh,
All right, roll me an animal handling. That I hope. Okay.
not any better.
Cool.
I cannot
You
roll
can't really
today.
tell. Okay,
Oh.
I'm trying to. I wish the book just let you search things on here. That would be
If you
cool.
just Google exhaustion rest DC 10, like there's
That's what I
literally.
have written up.
So wait, the
Then
first
you guys have seen the way I
24
looked
hours
stuff up before.
is a DC 10. Then to stay awake for 2 days is a DC 15. To stay awake for 3 days is a DC 20.
Yeah, exactly. But this
That
is our
makes sense,
first day of not resting, I believe.
Yeah, this is.
The only reason I know this so much is because I play a lot of like warlock type characters that never rest, and they just deal with never resting.
Okay, I just pulled up exhaustion. Doesn't have rules on it. I mean, all it has is the exhaustion rules. It doesn't say anything like it just pulled up the condition rules. For the time being, I guess we need to figure it out though. If you guys are gonna,
I mean, if we stay up, I will not get my spell slots back, but I did just realize that on a short rest, I can at least get my wild shape back.
In a
Nice.
short
And
rest, I
second
get
wind.
my spells back.
You get your spells
all it
back, but I
says in
don't.
raw is like the basic, like the 6 levels. Then that's why I sent the forced marches.
We have not leveled up yet, correct?
You guys have been on the same night for 2 sessions.
Yeah.
Haven't had a chance to yet, unfortunately.
Just making sure.
But
Anyway, but
what's up?
I loot this at the cave with the frog monster thingy.
Uh-huh.
And it's a trinket, and it says it's a placeholder, and I have to roll a d100. Does that count?
Yeah.
Should I?
Roll. Yeah.
It could be just random trinkets. It doesn't
Yeah.
do anything.
Okay, 39. Give me 1 second to find this other thing. I don't think there's any official, like there's new rules in 1D&D, but nothing like that. I mean, we could do that. I just think 10's kind of low.
Yeah, I also believe it's.
Well, think
Low.
about it, right? How often do people in the real world pull an all-nighter? Like, I do it once every 2 weeks for a UFC event, and I don't feel that bad the next day. That it's 50-50 to have 1 level of exhaustion after 1 all-nighter. Like, it's not.
Personally, I wake up at 8 or 9 a.m. and at 11 p.m. I already pass out. Like, I cannot stay awake for shit.
Man, you need to fix your diet.
I can easily do the same. I mean, 1 to 2 hours rest, and I can do another day. Then I need to sleep.
Well, we'll look it up because we are kind of nearing it. We'll find it out.
I have put 2 different sources in general. They both cite the Xanathar book. They both put the same rule, and they're both
Xanathar.
from 3
Those
years ago.
bastards. Those fucking bastards. All right.
I will
Okay,
say-
fucking Xanathars.
I would at least feel better about taking a short rest, or if we could say some of this other than my monologue was like if we could have a short rest, that at least gives me a little bit back.
Oh, we
Yeah.
can 100% short rest, but just all I'm saying is we can't do a long rest because it's 4:30 and a long rest to put it's 12:30, but the festival begins at 12, so like shit will kick off 30 to 40 minutes whilst we're just asleep in a bed. Like it's just we can't do that. So short rest all day, easy enough. And then because we can't fit a long rest anyway, we may as well do something really productive like hunting the cult before, like Isa says, they disappear forever. Or they make their own ploy for power. We also might want to finish off the Burgomaster.
Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to roll that. You already rolled.
An Alabaster Mass. Cool.
You found an empty glass vial that smells of perfume when opened. I will say that normally
Nice.
sometimes I have been known to give you guys short rest when you're doing other downtime kind of things. This I don't really consider downtime. You guys have been kind of busy and active during this time, like doing things, pulling rope.
What about the two 25-minute periods 15-minute periods where one of us walked to the church and then back, and then the other one walked to the church and then back? Because they were just up here not really doing anything. Could that be a long rest for Keoklee at least?
Can I
Short rest, sorry.
argue that like women can just inherently beat men down without any effort? And we're just, and so like I wasn't
It's a bold
exuding.
approach to that. A bold strategy.
It wasn't any extra
It was
effort for me.
effortless.
Effortless for me to berate this poor defenseless man.
Wait. I have a question as well. Is it a gimp?
No.
Okay. Actually, I don't think I rolled intimidation, to be fair.
I thought you were wearing your wolf mask, not the BDSM mask.
Oh, that's true. Swap him as an action, though, maybe. Who knows?
Maybe.
Didn't you put the wolf mask on this guy? I mean, you would have taken it off. Otherwise it'd be tough to find.
Oh yeah, we did put the mask on him to bring him here.
Well, you didn't take. You
Oh,
couldn't
no,
have,
we
because
couldn't
it's
have,
mine.
yeah.
I literally wasn't even there. You
That's
couldn't have
right.
looted an item from me.
If there was a mask to put on it, the discussion was for the
Cultist.
cultist mask.
Oh, that's
sure.
right.
I'll let you guys take a short rest. I need to pee again.
You don't have
Alright.
to.
Well, I feel like a lot
Go
has
pee.
happened.
Just go pee. We'll talk about it in a minute.
We
Oh, thank God! I get
can
my action
take
surge back.
the short rest like now.
Mm-hmm.
So at some point we will take a short rest anyway.
I think so. Yeah. There's only one die, yeah?
You can spend as many as you want, I think.
We have
I think there's
rules
different
for
rules.
Horse Strat, yeah. You can only roll 1 if it's an unsecure location, and you get nightmares if you are below.
I mean,
half
we're inside a town, inside a building. I think this is pretty safe.
Yeah.
Should I have full health?
No.
No,
I don't think anything's hit you.
Yeah, 20.
I figured out the issue. It's the Beyond 20 extension.
All right.
Oh.
What's the issue?
If you check your Beyond or use it to roll for any reason at all, it'll adjust your spell slots and your HP.
Of course,
I
because
see.
there's
I
no
did-
sanity.
Oh.
I did open my
It-
character sheet. This
And it doesn't work with MIDI. It's essentially another bot roller. So
I knew I was
Yeah,
right to never touch that.
I roll everything from Foundry, so
Yeah.
I'm good.
I think the last I remember is I had 19 hit points, so
22.
I'm going to put myself back
22.
to 19.
No, it's 20.
I had 22?
Or no,
Okay,
I had 20.
I was full health.
You can always check the end of the recording, I think, if you're desperate. Well, we're not getting into combat. Oh, I guess it's because you need to know how many dice to roll, don't you?
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's what I was
you
thinking.
only get one for a short rest.
Okay, well, I will roll 1.
During a short rest, a creature may only roll 1 hit die.
Shit.
When determining how many hit points they recover,
Oh,
they
well.
add their con bonus as normal.
Oh, yeah, that's another reason I went fighter, so I could heal.
Surge, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Spellwind.
The second wind thing, yeah.
I have higher con than Izor?
All right.
Same.
What are you guys doing?
Did Isaac say whether or not he wanted to help us hunt down the rest of the cult tonight? Or does he just want to go now?
You can tell that even if he wanted to, he's definitely not in any shape to even pick up a weapon at this point.
Oh, we can heal them up.
Well, no, I mean, like, he's
Ah.
not really in a state where he wants to do that. All he's been crying about is everything that he has done. It's kind of
Okay.
led him to this point. He doesn't seem like bloodshed would be the answer for him at the moment.
Sorry, I broke him.
Yeah, he proper crushed him. If we let him loose, Raven will tail him to just see if he goes to the west gate and like how that goes.
Okay. Yeah, he strolls through. The guards do try to speak to him, but you notice even from however far back you stand, he doesn't even stop to speak to them and just strolls out of town like he would normally.
Oh, can we say that Enz gave him his weapon back before he left? I don't think we should send him out unarmed. I think Enz picked it up when he dropped it.
He did.
He did?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say between the four of us, he would have at the end agreed. Or reluctantly agreed, at least.
For the time being, we'll just have him go off. If I need to change things, I will.
Okay.
All right.
I don't want to take away his agency.
If Enz wants to keep it for some reason.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
can give him another week.
If
Understandable.
All right.
yeah, just that it's canon. If Enz doesn't give him a weapon, I will give him a weapon. And then he's
Okay.
no matter what, he's not sent like unarmed and just killed by wolves.
Agreed.
You guys also know that his whole ass arm flung fire out of it, so he's not without a weapon.
The
Yeah,
arm
but
is
maybe
also
he can
bigger
do
than
the
trees.
Mhm.
Yeah. This guy's larger than life. All right.
And
Anything
after
else anyone like to do?
off, Icarus would probably say, "We need to sleep. I'm tired. I need my rest." But finally, the group would convince him to just go hunt down the remaining of the cultists.
Are we thinking we run around as a unit of 5 getting these guys, or like dish them out one each and see how that goes?
Let's go one each.
How many are there
At
that we
least
know
4.
of?
It might even be 2 in the Burgomaster's house.
I think the one that may have been at the Burgomaster's house that is now burned is probably going to be the hardest one to deal with, because there's a lot of activity there at that house. So I don't think it would be very easy to get
I'll
to
go
them.
after Ernst.
There are 5 cultists in addition to Fiona. One has sawdust boots, one stinks of sausage, grease, and onion, one we know to be the feminine man from the Blackwater Tavern, one was the maid from the Burgomaster's house, and then one smelled of lavender.
No, was lavender in it? Oh, yeah.
Those are the 5. The 2 easiest ones would be the effeminate man from the Blackwater and the scullery maid from the Burgomaster's, because we 100% know who they are and where they would be. The other 3 are more, Sawdust might be the man that runs the cart shop, because he was saying some very suspicious things, and it's worth checking to see if you can find an amulet on him.
Mm-hmm.
Like Isla says, we don't just want to go around killing random commoners.
Right. I thought
But
there was
these-
only 4
I think there was only
people, and
4.
then
The fifth
Fiona was the
Fiona.
5th.
I need everyone to
think-
roll me a con save.
I
Everyone?
don't think that the lavender is real. Like, I think that was just what someone said, and it might have stuck.
Yeah, it's me. Yeah, I did. I was
Yeah.
because I wanted to know if it was happened.
Okay.
Okay, so Easel's deception aside, I give him some side eye.
I will go after Ernst.
Okay. That was the effeminate man, right?
Yep.
You can't cast spells, yeah?
I
I'll
have.
find my way.
In Velaki.
Oh yeah. We're in Velaki.
You,
Don't
you
cast
can't
spells.
cast spells and get caught.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. I can, with a short rest, I do have my wild shape back. So I could use that to try to sneak closer to the burgomaster's house.
Mm-hmm.
Because depending on the damage, I think Icarus is the only one that actually knows how damaged it is. Depending on the damage, they may still be there, they may not.
They might
It
be dead in
was-
the fire.
They could be dead in the fire, right?
It was ablaze. The fire was coming off the rooftop. There was a whole section coming down. Is that correct, DM? That's what I saw?
No, the fire was pretty much like it was extinguished by the time you got there.
But there was a whole section like
Yeah, that
Fuck.
had caved in on itself. Yes.
But
Ah,
just
yeah,
one
okay.
section of the house.
Yeah, the whole it was, and it seemed to be kind of in the general position of where the closet was positioned and the lantern thrown initially.
Okay.
And well, since you were there, you would exactly know where that part is.
Well, Raven would know.
You were also there.
I don't think I was there that time, was I?
The spider.
Not that time.
Not that time. I was there earlier, but I don't think that we know.
Ah, you don't know
Which-
where the fire originated. Yeah.
Right.
okay.
I think Raven's the only one that knows that.
It was in Udo's prisoner of war room. That's where I started the fire.
Yeah, but in characters.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
you
and-
would all know where I started the fire because I
Okay.
told you everything.
Oh, okay.
Ah, yeah.
And I for sure
Yeah.
was not with you in the house because I tried to save him outside
Mm-hmm.
when he fell to his death. When he jumped to his death.
Yeah, when
I
he
think
jumped, there.
I'll go for Sawdust Guy. I think if anyone can get him to cough up the truth, I have the talking ability to do that.
We're actually
Okay.
5 people, by the way. Who's ends join? You can make that decision next time.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I-
just leave it to him. Just keep him in like a pseudo area where he hasn't committed to anything whilst he's not here.
I would definitely say that I would prefer to go by myself just because if I am going to use my wild shape, it's just easier to get small and move quickly while alone.
Okay. All right. Well, with everyone kind of having a plan of what they're going to do now, proceeding forward, this is good a time as any to end session, as everything that we're going to continue onward is going to take a bit of time. So that is where we end today.
So where is Iser going though?
Last one.
Just the
the
last
one no one picked. I'm just trying to figure it out because my brain is
The
No,
sausage
You're going for sausage grease and onion.
Yeah, sausage grease. Okay.
which we have no idea who that is.
And I think that's the best one to send Iser on because Johan will find out who it is between the sessions.
Yeah, but I actually it's only it to me it can't be Blue Water Inn because this guy's connected to the Ravens. I wouldn't think they would fetch him if he was a
Yeah, but the guy, what about the girl? Oh, it was a man. It was a stout man. Yeah, okay.
no, it wasn't stuff. They all look like
The cult was made up of 4 women and 1 man, but one of the women turned out to be an effeminate man. So there are 3 women. You've got the scullery maid,
Mm-hmm.
on one side. You've got Fiona on one side. You've got the effeminate man on one side. Then you've got
Fiona's
Sawdust
already dead.
art making man, and then you've got one mysterious sausage and onion smelling woman or effeminate
Woman?
man.
Yeah,
It has to be because the cult was 4 women, 1 man. So Sawdust man is the man. The rest is women or effeminate men.
No, it was more women than men. It was 5 people counting Fiona, which could make it.
It was 5 people, 4 women, 1 man. If the man
Okay.
was Sawdust, you are all looking for women or effeminate men.
Are you sure about
Oh
that?
yeah.
I mean, this is what I was told when I asked. This
We
is
have
what I've got
figured.
written in my Raven channel.
We have figured Fiona, who's already dead.
Mhm.
One of the other feminine figures was the other man who
Ernst, yeah.
is Ernst, who's gonna die soon.
And then
the
there's the
maid
scullery maid.
Yeah.
from
So
Burgomaster's house.
That's 3 either women or effeminate men. And then you've got what we think is the Sawdust man as the man, which means Isol's looking for a sausage and potato,
A sausage and
onion
potato
smelling woman.
Maybe
woman.
the woman, the baker at the Blackwater Inn.
Yeah, but she was a heavy set woman.
Oh, that's true. She was a heavy set
So,
woman.
but
She could be a
she
heavy
wasn't
set
in
woman.
the kitchen. She wasn't in the kitchen though. She was in the front of the house, right? At the.
Well,
or,
but
no.
I thought she was the one that made the pastries, though, or bread, or whatever it was that they were serving.
I'll just go there and look for if I see a pendant on it.
Also, Ernst was there talking to them.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they were
discussing the upcoming meeting.
Maybe.
Yeah. Doing some thief chant type of beat thing.
Maybe.
And at the place that has the caravan place where all the caravans come, there was no smell there. You recall?
The storage?
I don't think
Same
so.
thing with the Wainwright, the wagon
Mhm.
maker.
Yeah.
I mean, think about how a woodworking, like a carpenter's place would smell.
Like wood.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's also a potential place for
It was probably be very
think-
sawdusty and
Yeah.
Your only wild card is if the Sawdust one is actually the cart maker's daughter, and that's why the cart maker was like so weird when we were asking certain questions. But that's like 3 assumptions deep. But I think 90% sure, Ezel, you're looking for either a woman, be her heavy set or normal set or whatever, or an effeminate man, based on when I was in the cult. And you can go back to the episode and check.
I only have 3 chef. Granted, I don't know if how much the fumes. Normally, if you're in the kitchen, you smell a bit. You can potentially smell it not in the kitchen. But it would be
Does the
more of a-
toy maker use wood? Like, are the toys wooden that Blinksy makes, or whatever his name is?
yeah, some of them are. Some of them are just plush dolls. The marbles that you got obviously are made of.
I would say if Blinsky was one of them, would be the lavender smelling one.
There is no lavender smelling one.
There's
Isa
not,
made
yeah.
that one up.
Oh.
I don't think he
Goddamn,
made it up. I think
He
he
did.
no, I think he questioned if it was lavender because he mentioned that the haberdasher everything smelled like lavender, and I'm pretty sure Bo said no, there was no lavender smell.
During that short rest, can I inspect the urn?
You could try tune into something as well in a short rest, I think, usually.
Yeah, I don't have anything to attend to though.
But we've got all those
with
pendants that ends might share.
You know, you guys were spending all this time doing other stuff, and now I granted the short rest, and now it's like, well, then could I have done that? And now I'm like, well, that was a fucking awful mistake, because I should have known that was gonna happen.
you just say no, you can just say no.
You just say no. During that short rest, you were too tired from not
No,
sleeping.
you
and
just say the
rest.
session's ended. Wait until next week to find out, and then you have a whole week to.
What are those called?
Just say I was sleeping. Just passed out during 1 hour.
Sleeping.
It should just be an urn with ashes in it.
What's that?
Said it
Just
seems
a-
to just be an urn with ashes in it.
It's an urn
Alright.
of fascism. Like, how did you figure
Yes, it's an urn of fascism.
that out?
Yes.
Oh, my favorite. Just to get it out the way, because it's a free and easy one on the short rest. I'll attune to the vicious dagger, and then, like, I think I already know what that is, so that's easy enough.
Drag them onto your sheet. Yeah, there's
Just the one, we gave one away.
Yeah, there should be one on your sheet now. That's it. Yep, there you go.
Oh, yeah, I
It's,
see it.
It's not like we've had people attuned to items they have not expected. Burning out horribly.
Yeah, just
Does it have its own picture as well?
Yeah, I
It
put a
does.
picture on there.
Ooh.
Nice.
wow.
Looks
That is
vicious.
That's
very fancy.
Jeez.
This is the dagger that was hovering?
No.
No,
No.
that's a different.
Ends has got that one.
Right.
That's
No,
right.
no,
Got a
Ents has
host
two
kit.
daggers. He actually has Fiona's.
No, Ends only has one dagger. He has the ritual dagger.
Hovering one looks like that.
Who picked up the dagger then from the box?
The Lady Valkyr dagger that she was holding looked like that.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure he looted her because he got the
Yeah.
gown that is
Oh.
armored.
Oh, fair enough.
And then this is the pipe that is yet to.
Does Raven still have the pipe?
Yeah, I and the books because hasn't really been time to give the things away. I just sent them to the handout page so you guys can read them.
Yeah. Haven't really got time to see what the stuff do.
The book, you wouldn't know what it does without making a check. If you attempt to read it, though, is anyone gonna try?
It's not really been a chance to.
Yeah. Haven't had time. But speaking of books though, Isor told me the other day that you can use the spells from a spell book
Potentially, if the DM is very
scroll.
nice.
I didn't even hear what you asked me.
Like, Isor told me that, as he just said, with the DM's kindness, the spells from a spell book can be used once as if it was a scroll.
I'll have to think on that.
Alright. Yeah, because maybe you get like a book with Finger of Death. What do you do with that?
Great session, everyone.
Do you not just have to
Okay.
attune to the book to cast the spells in it?
No.
It would be really broken to get like speak with dead plus animate dead plus whatever calm emotions and stuff that was in it. And it says specifically that if you transfer it over, no one else can transfer it. Something of that fashion. If you transfer over
Well,
to this one.
it's not like a normal. It would have been a horror check.
Horror check. Okay.
Okay.
We don't have to do any horror checks for beating this poor man down, do we?
Non-emotional.
Okay. Even though he showed us his memories?
There's nothing in there for that.
Are you begging for a horror check?
Yes,
Do
I
you
want a
want
horror check.
Do you want to see what it is like?
I mean, if you do not heal up for the dance, you're gonna have to make a roll for being below half health.
23. I'm at
Oh,
23.
you're
That's
close.
more than half.
Yeah, you're right.
Barely, but more than half. And I got my second wind back, so I can heal a little bit. And I do still have 2 spell slots. I have 1 first level and 1 second level, but I don't have super useful spells to use them on.
I mean, possibly I could ask for a horror check if you deemed what Isaac doing to Irina as something horrific. But me personally, I don't see that as
What did he do to
horrific.
her?
Oh, just the
It
stalking and
Just
everything.
his lashing out and the
Well, he didn't
attempted
do that
essay.
yet. Well, he was 8 years old. I don't think you could call it essay at that
But
age.
my point,
can you?
that's my point. I don't really consider that horrific, but then some people might.
No.
No.
No,
Okay.
I do not. I do not consider. Sorry. No, I do not consider it to be horrific.
I mean, a horror check. I don't. Well, no, Kirkley wasn't there, but we got a horror check when we went to the windmill, and we found that the hags were using
Yeah.
child bones.
You found
I
a bag
already
of
saw that.
bones, and it made me do a horror check, so I gave it to someone else, and then they had to do it, and then they gave it to someone, and then they had to do it.
I watched it.
Yeah,
Sharing the love was that
just things
session.
like that.